ran into a technical issue there. For some reason, my stream just completely failed. I ran it as I normally did, and it said, yeah, it's not going through. So I'd really appreciate if someone can just say something in the chat, so I know I'm not speaking to myself here. I mean, everything does look good. It looks like the stream is going through. So apologies for that, guys. I know there was a few people waiting. They're probably gonna have to jump on this stream. So hey, Alan D, I did see some other people in the previous chat, but I've had to kind of run this one again. So guys, just say a little hi or say something so I know we are dandy as candy. So what I should actually do is I should go on my mobile phone and start. Oh, wicked. Okay, so it is working. That's fantastic news. Really glad to hear that. Yep, I've got the notification as well on my app saying that everything is running. So wicked, good stuff. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know what happened there. I can't explain it. But I think I've lost a lot of the people that were waiting. Hopefully they'll turn back up. So what are we doing today? We are looking at the Atari Lynx core. Guys, it's very near completion, right? So I wanted to start with this game because this is a fantastic game, right? This is Switchblade 2. It's something that I played on the Amiga, the Atari ST, and the Atari Lynx had an absolutely phenomenally good port, right, of this. It was just really good. And the Atari Lynx, even though it wasn't as popular as the Game Gear, people probably got more love for stuff like the Game Gear, the PC Engine GT. But guys, this was a good console, right? It really was that good. Like having a look at it earlier when I was testing it out, playing some games, really funny actually. I had to capture double the footage because initially what I was given by Bud Do 2, right, was one with the wrong aspect ratio. So I filmed everything in that thinking, okay, it's something he needs to resolve, and then he resolved it just as I kind of finalized the video. So I had to do the video all over again. But you know what? I'd rather have it kind of looking good than not looking good. So when this core comes out, guys, this is a game I recommend. Switchblade 2. It just flows really well. It's a great game. Very good game. I really like this. It kind of reminded me of Midnight Resistance a little bit, just the way the characters and everything look in here. Okay, I can't do that jump. Just the way some of the characters looked, right? They reminded me of Midnight Resistance, but it's not exactly like that, right? Midnight Resistance had yeah, it had like different weapons. The keys that you got, you unlock more weapons, and like everything else, I like the flamethrower, right? So to tell you a little bit about the developer of this core, right, it's Bud Do 2. Absolutely awesome. He's brought us the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color core. Has he done other cores as well? Oh, well, he's done the Atari Lynx core, that's for sure. And this is a port of the MiSTer core, right? So this core is available on the MiSTer already. It was developed for the MiSTer by veteran core developer Robert Peip, also known as FPGA Adam Spads. You may best know him for like the Nintendo 64 core and the PlayStation, I was going to say PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2 core, right? As well as that, they have, what have they done? I think they've definitely done Game Boy Advance. I'm not sure if they've done the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color core as well. They're likely they did, right? I can't remember off the top of my head. So it's really nice that we've got a lot of stuff on the MiSTer that can still be ported over, and people like Bud Do 2 is porting stuff over. Ag23, Adam Gastinho, he ported a whole bunch of cores over. He also made an original core himself. We've got people like Obsidian.dev that are working on some of the older arcade games. So the Pocket has a lot more life in it, right? The MiSTer also has a lot more life in it. I'm really excited about new, more powerful hardware coming to the scene. But honestly, guys, there is a lot still available, right? So guys, get your requests coming in. If you can write them in block capitals, I'll definitely play them. But let's launch another game because I'm gonna end up having too much fun here playing this, right? And one thing I never do is when I play, I don't focus too much on the gameplay. But yeah, you do want to play this game. It's really nice. I like it. You've got a nice melee attack and you pick up different weapons. There's actually a shop in this game as well where you buy like additional power-ups and weapons. A real fantastic game. Switchblade 2. I thought I'd start this because I started with a bang. So let's go into core settings. We'll have a look at all the settings in just a second. Let's run a game. Has anyone pointed anything out in the chat? Oh, whoa, Wonky Retro Gamer. William, how you doing, man? Good to have you on board. Right, wicked. So let's see if there's a game here. You know what? I'm going to do one for Al because Al's my guy, man. Always helping out. Thanks, Al. Al likes Paperboy, man. I don't know if it's because Al was a Paperboy, but yeah, he really does like Paperboy. So this one's for you. Oh, look at that. You said Paperboy and it just came on. So awesome. Is there a screen filter to replicate the old school screen? Right. So Wonky Retro Gamer, right? The screen filters that are available, we'll run through them, right? So you got your Trinitron one. Whoops, sorry. You've got, so you haven't got the Atari Lynx ones here, right? So that's a Game Boy one, grayscale LCD, reflective LCD, GVC, Game Boy Color LCD and LCD Plus, and then you've got here the best filter here, the Neon Matrix filter, right? So you've got a bunch of them. Hopefully some Atari Lynx ones will get implemented by Analogue themselves, because you know, as much as Analogue sell their adapters and everything there, they do provide screen filters, right? Like they did for the OpenFPGA side, right? All the Game Boy ones. So I can only imagine the Neo Geo Pocket one and the Atari Lynx ones coming out at some point, right? Analogue are absolutely great, right? It's a proprietary device, right? But it's got OpenFPGA that does open up a lot of doors, and I definitely can't complain about it. You know, people say it's not completely open source. I've got no issue with that, right? Because you know what? I've got a lot of stuff on here that I really, really like, right? So that's just a demo running of Paperboy. And yo, Richard, how you doing, man? Thank you for joining the stream. Yo, Raging Cajuns in the house as well. Eon, unloved homie, who is actually loved on this channel. So, all right, you know what? I don't feel like I need to play this, right? We'll wait for a crash here. Oh, wow, just knocked the guy out with the papers. So, best job in the world, right? Go around firing papers, smashing windows, and somehow you get paid, man. The 80s were a simpler time. So let's run something else, guys. Come out with your suggestions. I'm all good. So Hotego has the Neo Geo Pocket core, and Bud2 now has the Lynx core. What handheld cores are we missing now? Off the top of my head, I can't really think of any handheld. Maybe like the Tiger.com, GamesTiger.com, something like that. Some obsolete ones, right? What's some other ones? Gizmondo, I don't know, some other ones out there. The PSP, if the PSP can be done. There's always talk of people saying it can be done, some say it can't be done. I don't know anything, I'm just that layman, right? So let's load the cartridge. Let's try and find another interesting game, right? Rygar was good. Play something that's exclusive to the Atari Lynx. I don't know what is actually exclusive, but we'll find something. Yeah, Unloved Homie Engage, man. That'd be brilliant, right? Make a telephone call from your Analogue Pocket. Superb. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, we are looking at Bud2's work in progress Atari Lynx core for the Analogue Pocket, right? And guys, it has come a long way. Like it's fantastic. Like there's nothing. It's very snappy. It's very, very good. One of the reasons it's not releasing. Let me pause the game, right? And I will show you. So let's have a look at some of the options, right? So in the core settings, display modes that we've cycled through, controls. So here you go, A, B. You got your start, your select. Start, fast forward is your right shoulder button, right? So going back out, load cartridge, load BIOS, reset core, all of that is self-explanatory. Now you've got turbo. Turbo, as far as I can make out, usually means if there's any slowdown in there, that slowdown is negated, right? So some of the games that had slowdown, I'm generally not a fan for turbo, only in very extreme cases, because stuff like shmups, you want that slowdown in there to survive. Once turbo is on, you're dead, right? We've got an FPS overlay should we want to look at the FPS. Let me know in comments if you want me to turn the FPS overlay on. Do you want to see it as it is without having additional information on there, or do you want to see how many FPSs we're running? Yo, Elon, I think you mentioned earlier about Hydra. Yeah, we can definitely. Wow, you've named some games, man. I'm gonna have to go back on chat as well, right? So, enable fast forward sound. What we'll do is we'll enable fast forward, right? I don't know what buff video means. Speed select is the speed of the fast forward, and I think if we're gonna do it, let's do 200%, right? And then maybe we'll go over to 400%. We've got flicker blend now, sync 60. I don't like messing around with sync options during streams, right? Because if I do, sometimes it can kind of kill OBS. And we already had a death at the beginning when the stream didn't quite launch up, right? So we've got orientation. This shouldn't affect it, right? So we can go vertical if we want. Now, you know, there you go. That's it. Now, I don't know how that will go over to the Analogue Pocket. I don't know if there's something that's like, if there's any Tate mode games that can go over to properly. We've got vertical 180, and apparently there's a bug here, right? There's a blue line somewhere. I can't see the blue line anywhere, but Bud Dude was telling me there's a blue line when you use the the vertical 180 apparently. So we're going to go horizontal because that's the orientation that I've got, and that is what we're using, right? Then we've got 240p. Can we tell a difference in the image? I'm not quite sure myself. I can't, right? But my attention to detail is not really that great. So what have we got here? Okay, reset the defaults. We won't leave that. We'll leave fast forward on for now, should we want to use it. And maybe we can use turbo later, right? Oh, Klaxis Tate. Okay, we'll go on Klax and we'll do that. Do you know what? No. Buddu 2 is a completely different person. Remember, Buddu 2 is porting cores over, which does, it's not something I could do, but porting a core over isn't exactly the same as making a core from fresh. I learned that something a while, just more not recently, a while back, right? But there's a lot of skill involved in both, but a core that's already out, to port that core over is easier than making a core from fresh. Buddu 2 is absolutely awesome, man. He's brought a lot of happiness over, especially to a lot of the Pokemon community that want like RTC support, right? For like their Pokemon games in the Open FPGA cores, right? So Rygar is a classic arcade, but we've had some requests from you guys, and that's what I want to launch, right? I want to launch the games that you guys are asking. So what's the kind of first one that we've got in chat? I can see Stun Runners. Paperboy we've done. So what's Stun Runners, right? Let's have a look at Stun Runners. I'm pretty sure someone said Pac-Land. Did I miss that one? Pac-Land. No, okay. Did I? Okay. Oh yeah, so we've got that here. Okay, so Stun Runners, Hydra, Pac-Land. We'll try and go in that order, right? So, Stun Runner, right below that one. Now, I'm not familiar with this game. I don't recall this game. I know race driving, right? I love that wave. I love that wave emoji, man. That's absolutely fantastic. So, guys, if you're just tuning in, we are looking at the Atari Lynx work in progress core. All right, dude. California Game Surfing, we'll do it, man. If you do it once more, I'm gonna kick you out of chat, man. Behave. Okay. Right. Okay. No bias. Let's do it. Oh wow. Okay. This is looking very technologically advanced. Oh wow, okay. I've never played this game before. I've played a lot of games on the Lynx, and it's not something I play too much on emulation. Okay, that's pretty manic. Okay. You want to get the stars, right? Okay. Interesting game.
You have completed level 1.
Okay. Did I complete that? Oh, if I did, I've done a very, very bad job of it, man. So, Richard, no official DAC support, but you can get DAC support via the Analogue, guys. So if you want to grab that, it's still 10% off, right? So it's very, very reasonably priced, right? I think the price is really, really good. Francisco Javier, the developer behind it, he could have sold it for double what he's selling it for, right? But he's gone for a very fair price, and he's got 10% off. So you can get it via that, but official Analog DAC support, no. It's something, I don't know what the issue is over there with that. I guess when it comes, right? But yeah, but at least now you have got an option there. Okay, what was the next game? Oh wow, we're getting, chat is going pretty good. I like it. Right, Hydra's the next game, and after Hydra we've got Pac-Land, right? So let's go Hydra, guys. We've got some games that weren't even released here, right? I'll show you before we run Hydra, right? Let me just show you. Look, we've got unlicensed stuff, then we've got betas, which has demos, prototypes in there. Okay, that's just the way they've kind of indexed. We've got hacks in here, which looks like a hacker switchblade too, right? Homebrew stuff on here. Again, quite a bit of homebrew stuff here. We've got a good bunch of games, tools, services. So yeah, there's some decent stuff here. Okay, screenshots, BMP, right? Okay, so what we're doing here, we're going world, and it was Hydra, right? Right, here we go. Let's do a bit of Hydra. Again, going blind into this. Have no idea what I'm doing here. Hello guys, it gets updated all the time too. Yeah, it does. Unloved homie, I saw you speaking on the Discord and troubleshooting stuff on there on Francisco's Discord. Yeah, man, it seems like a good thing to get, man. And you know what the thing is, you're actually supporting a core developer that's launched the project out there, which is another good thing. Talking of supporting people, guys, if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description. If you want to support the developer of this, their Ko-fi link is in there, and you can leave like a one-off donation if you're really impressed with this stuff. I've also got the FPGA gaming Discord linked in there, which is the best place to hang out for any chat to do with the Analogue Pocket, right? So some good things popping out there, right? But a lot of self plugging. But I've kept it in the top right corner in a dark color, so hopefully it's not too intrusive. Right, okay, Viking Child Wire, we'll have to check some stuff out. So no, oh no, yeah, we're gonna go easy. Look at that guy, man. He proper looks like, reminds a little bit of Stallone, but just with longer hair. From, what was that movie? Was it Raw? No, not Raw Deal. Cobra. I need to watch that. I never watched that movie, you know. If I did, I can't remember it. Okay. Again, like, some of the games looked really good. I know they don't look the best in a big screen, right? But wow. Okay, what am I doing here? Okay, it says down to accelerate. That's interesting. Do I dodge stuff? What's this, like road blasters on the water, right? Weird controls, some of these games, right? Down to go, down to accelerate. Okay, so this is Hydra. Makes sense, right? Hydra, water, etc, etc. Okay, I'm out of fuel. Do you know, some of the stuff on the big screen, it just doesn't look, that clear. Okay, am I supposed to get that? Is that fuel? Maybe. No, I'm not supposed to get that. I blew up. Okay, that was game over. Well, that was Hydra, guys. What we got after Hydra, we have got Pac-Land, and that is for Alan. Alan, I know, likes Pac-Land, and so does Terminator 2K2. So, what's going on with the sound? Okay, cool, right. Pac-Land. I'm gonna have to try Pit Fighter as well, right? I'm into my fighters, and if that's the only fighter that's out for this, I will take it, guys. So, what have we got after Pac-Land? What we got after Pac-Land? Okay, so Pac-Land. Okay, so we've got Malibu Bikini Volleyball. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be good with that, guys. Just hope my wife doesn't walk in if I'm doing some volleyballing. But I can't imagine it being too graphic on the Atari Lynx, right? But I still remember when I was doing an N64 video and I was racing the black blocks in Mario Kart. My wife and kids walked in and I got a really funny look. But I was like, you know what? I'll go with that. Really refreshing and happy soundtrack for this, right? Guys, is the sound okay? Is it? Hopefully it's not too low, right? I want the sound to kind of be alright. Not really my jam. So many people love this game, man. They really, really like this game. I guess, like, I think Terminator 2K2, right? Who's actually very, very helpful. He's releasing a fork of the Neo Geo core that has support for SVC Chaos Plus, right? As well as some new sound chip implementations, right? But he said this, I can see some screen tearing in this. Maybe there's a way to resolve it. But I'm not going to mess around with some options, so I don't want the OBS to crash, right? But sorry, going back to Terminator 2K2, he said that he had this game in his local chippy, right? And that's the kind of stuff that we had when we were young. We had stuff, we had chip shops, right? And our local chip shop might have only had one game, but it was the closest place where we could play arcade games, right? So if you had Pac-Land there, if I had Pac-Land there, that game definitely would have been special to me, right? Oh, Chris is in the house. Wicked. I know he likes that game. Wicked, Chris. Chris just saying, if I wasn't doing this, because this is a new core release, I would have been streaming your update on, or your fork of the Neo Geo core, right? You know, with the games, with support for SVC Chaos plus the 2 extra sound chips, right? So definitely sounds good. So maybe another day I will do a stream of that when I'm like, oh, I want to stream something. But I've got it down in the news video anyway for anyone that kind of wants it, wants to update that one. So good stuff there. I hope Maz as well, man. I haven't spoken to Mazza for a while. Last time I spoke to him, like maybe a few weeks back or a month back, I know he was busy with a lot of stuff, life, work, etc. So I hope he's doing well, man. And Mazza, if you're watching this, or if you do ever watch this, I hope you're doing well, bud. All the best to you, man. You're top guy. What? Okay. What was next, right? What was after? What did we have? Guys, I appreciate the block capitals, because when I'm going through chat, it's very, very easy to find stuff. So we've got Malibu Bikini Volleyball next, right? So let's have a look. And Malibu Bikini Volleyball. Here we go, guys. Right, what have we got here? Wicked, wicked. Do you know what, Chris? I need to understand GitHub better so I can actually contribute and do stuff. I need to know what a pull request is. I need to know how to dog issues. I just need to sit down one day and understand it. It's just, you know, one thing I really need to get a job, man. A bit disappointed. I went for a different job and I didn't get it right. I'm meeting up with a guy regarding some constructive criticism, but it was a different industry to where I am now. So he's going to give me some feedback, right? I really want to stop doing nights because I feel brain dead, man. Like some of the videos when I'm doing them after a night shift, I'm literally talking more nonsense than I normally do. Wow, that nearly came and hit me in the head, right? So I am actually, I talk more nonsense than I normally do. It's because, yeah, man, I'm just tired after the night shift. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, there are some options there. I'm just kind of experimenting a bit, but I may just go down something. Right, I don't feel like I need to play this. It's got the track mode. I'm really happy for that. So what I can do in the meantime is I can just have a look at chat to see what the latest is. Well, it's just Alan and Chris greeting each other, haha, which is all good. Right, we've got a few requests. I see Eon McParland. He must have had a Lynx because he's got a few requests in there, man. That's absolutely awesome. We can do that. We're definitely gonna get Gur23's California games, and he's kind of said it 5 times, right? You know, doing it once in capitals is definitely better than doing it 5 times, but the 5 times is noticeable, but it just doesn't look good in the replay where it's taken up a big bunch of space there. Wicked. Brian F, hello to you too. I still have my day 1 launch Lynx, which I updated with new screen, but will still be nice to have it on the Pocket as well as the Neo Geo Pocket color code. Oh, absolutely. And I don't see any reason why the Neo Geo Pocket color core won't be out this weekend, because it was kind of penciled in to be in, well, initially it was penciled in to be out last year sometime, but Hatego ran into some bugs. He restarted the core, but the color now for 2024 was supposed to be out last week, but I've still got the alpha, and I did a live stream like last Thursday, I think, and there was a lot of games that were crashing, right? And there were some games that wouldn't work in the track mode, they would crash, but when you start the game they worked. And I think Hatego done the right thing, because there'd be pages and pages of this isn't working, that isn't working, so you might as well get rid of those bugs. So you release it as a beta in a state where when people are reporting issues, there's only a handful of issues, right, rather than lots and lots of issues. So well, I hope Badu 2 comes out in chat, man. He does attend the streams sometimes. Right, Unloved Homie said Kallax. That's kind of next in the list. So let's go Kallax, because that's Tate Madu. But I won't be able to rotate my screen, so I won't be able to enjoy it. But we can see if it kind of fills up the screen, right? So that should be interesting, right? Kallax. Now, I think you need to depend on colors for this, right? Yeah, California Games is coming at some point as well. But, oh, okay. That's really interesting, because that starts in, I mean, I could kind of, I'm going to put my head sideways and play this, right? And hold my controller sideways. And I'm an idiot, I know. And I'm doing that. So let's try and, nah, it's too difficult. I don't even have to play this game, actually. You know what? I'm going to have to go, sorry, guys. I did try, right? So let's go, where is it? Where is it? Am I? Orientation, here you go. So what do we want? Well, a vertical, okay, so vertical for this one, right? I've got no idea how to play this. Okay, so okay, so that's like an orange one. What do? Do I let that come down there? No idea. Do I match this with this? I legit don't know how to play this game. I know a lot of people liked it, and it looks very good. It's running very smoothly on the Lynx. But imagine that the Lynx was well ahead of its time, right? With Tate mode straight out the box, right? Like some of the stuff, can I drop this down? Oh, okay, so I can drop, okay, so I pick up the colors and I drop them and I match them, right? So, okay. Let's see. So that's one red down there. So what do you do? Do you, right. I don't know what color that is, but it looks different to the other ones. Those two look like the same color. So let's go here. Okay. Yeah, okay, interesting. Okay, now what color is that? Okay, is that one? Is it? I think that's a different color, you know? Have my color blindness been healed? Wow, I've been healed. No, I don't think I have, but I am focusing on the colors quite a bit, right? That looks like orange, right? That yellow and green look very, very similar to me, but looking at it up close and kind of paying attention, that's definitely that one. Wow, okay, interesting. Nice to have Tate mode on this, right? So I think, do you get a bigger bonus then if you, so for example, if you gather up the same colors? Or what happens if you let them go? Ah, go straight down. Okay, interesting. That's definitely an interesting game. So what have we got after Kallax, right? Okay, so we've got California games right after that. Sorry guys, I'm not looking at the latest chat. I'm kind of going through it and going through the games, right? So California games, and it's only going to be surfing. Now, I did like the BMX in there, but the BMX was difficult, guys. Again, like guys, look at the core. If you know the Lynx well, it just looks wicked, absolutely fantastic. So core settings, and horizontal. There we go. Shall we run? Let's speed it up a bit. So when you've got the fast forward option, you can either have the sound on or off, right? By default, it's off. If you have it on, it's going, you know, like rocking fast forward on your Sony player, right? PCN is the core one up there. Yo, Lord Metroid in our house, man. A channel member for 5 months. Congratulations and thank you for sticking around for so long, right? Okay, let's do surfing. Banging soundtrack, banging game, absolutely love this. Best surfing game in the world, guys. So, I was playing this earlier, the most I managed to get was like a triple. I wasn't able to get, was it a 1080 where you get 4 of them, right? See? I can't remember how to do it with it. Ah, I'm out. There you go. Good stuff. Again, what a fan, guys, play this game. This is so addictive, so addictive. This kind of reminds me, man, like playing the Lynx just reminds me of my cousins, you know. So my uncle, whose house I used to play the ST in, he's a big Atari fan, right? Even is to this day. I actually spoke to him the other day and I said to him, look, I'm going to get you like a Tang FPGA and put Atari ST on there. And he's like, look, I'm not interested. I've got my Atari ST. I've got like a Philips 8833 monitor. I'm running with that, so I don't actually need it. I was like, okay, cool. But my mum is his sister. His other sister, whose kids are my cousins, they had Lynxes. They had a few of them, and we played them. So, do you know what? I was never good at this half pipe and foot bag. But yeah, I used to play a lot of this stuff around my cousins. This is kind of interesting, I've got to say, right? So, you know, whatever limb you're near, guys, look, and this is actually a good test for the core, right? Because if your timings are off slightly or there's any lag in there, so something like this will be slightly harder to play on an emulator, right? Because I think you can hit the bird as well. I can't remember how the momentum thing works on this, but guys, really, really good. Oh, I did get the bird. Excellent. Right, okay. What was after California games, right? Lade's Lair. Don't know the game, but we can check that game out for sure, guys. Guys, if you're just tuning in, sorry the first stream kind of had issues with it. Ran for like a couple of seconds. But here we are on a second one. Right, so Lade's Lair. Hijkal. Oh, have we got Lade's Lair? Is that even a game? Okay, can't see Lade's Lair there, man. So, Eye of the Beholder's on here as well, under unlicensed, right? Okay, so we're going to skip that one for now. Where are we now with Raging Cajun? No, this core isn't out yet. Once it comes out, it will be on the updater, man. So, just give it a bit of time. I hope I haven't missed any games. Just kind of going through chat, guys. So after Lade's Lair, we got Viking Child, man. And, you know, Viking Child sounds good to me, man. I'm kind of seeing. Oh, hold on. Oh, here we go. I'm kind of thinking now in my head with Viking Child. I'm kind of thinking like Shadow of the Beast kind of game, right? But I could be completely wrong. I probably am, right? So let's check this out. It's the child of the Viking. I wonder if it's a child of the Lost Vikings, right? Because hey, man, everyone likes. Right? Yes, we're definitely going to do Toki, man. Definitely. So, guys, if I do forget your game, just I'll bring it up later on in the stream, right? Because I'm not taking notes or anything there. I remember doing that. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I like this already, you know. Am I what? How many times I got to stab you, man? Right, let's grab that. So the games on here, one thing from the word go is the first button, right, is so if you're talking PlayStation controller terms, the cross button is jump and the circle button is attack. I kind of like it the other way around. Obviously, it's something I could change. Wow, okay, guys, am I getting like Wonder Boy vibes from this? What am I buying? Okay, you know what? Let's try and buy that. Have I got that? Fantastic. Okay, let's go to exit. And hopefully, did I get the bombs? Right, okay. Again, like, I'm kind of digging this game, man. And this is going to look better on a handheld, right? That's why, like, I play games that are meant to be played on a TV on a handheld, right? So if a game is supposed to be on a handheld, like a Game Boy, the Lynx, the Game Gear, then yeah, I'm definitely playing that on a handheld. In fact, I've got a new handheld coming. I've got a GPD Win 4 coming because I absolutely hate the D-pad on the ROG Ally, man. It's decent for modern games that you use analog sticks in. Like, it's really good on Monster Hunter. I can get like 60 FPS, sorry, going on that. Whereas the Steam Deck, really, you have to do it on 40 FPS. So it's good for modern games, but man, like that D-pad, I get so many false diagonals. It's terrible. So especially I use it for filming content. So I was filming the Shadow of the Ninja video on there, and if you actually see the video, it's going to release tomorrow at 4 p.m. because there's an embargo on there, right? You'll see that when I'm jumping around, I'm attacking diagonally when the enemy's straight ahead of me, and that literally is because of the false diagonals, and that's what frustrated me. And I ended up ordering a device. I had to hide the price from my wife. So yeah, I sold a bit of crypto that I was holding on to for a while. Probably sold it for what I paid for it, but I was like, you know what? Let me get that. So I bought that for 610, but I kind of hid it from my wife. If I sell my ROG Ally, which I sold for a good price, if anyone's interested, let me know if you're after a ROG Ally. Yeah, just to recoup some of it. But I only got it. Imagine that. If the D-pad on the ROG Ally was good, I wouldn't need it, right? I just need a screen that's 1080p and it's got a good D-pad. So if I'm playing a PC game on there, I can record it without a really crappy D-pad. Guys, this game's good, man. Like, I'm digging this game. Obviously, that snake is digging me. How can I jump over that? Right, the jumping's quite tight on that, man. You can't crouch in it Mega Man style. But again, I think I would have liked this game, man. If I played this on the Lynx, I definitely would have liked it. I don't know if I'll play it now because, you know, I don't have the nostalgia for it. So it's unlikely I'll visit it. You know, I'd rather play something like Age Loss, or what's that other one? What's the recent kind of Wonder Boy free type of game? I forget what it's called now. Something Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. But guys, this is a good game. Reminds me of Mutant Mudds a little bit, right? So what have we got here? What's next? Viking Child. Oh yeah, Wonder Boy ripoff. Wicked, man. So I kind of said that without looking at the chat there. So it's always nice when I'll figure something out. Yeah, California. Oh, Blue Lightning. Yes, indeed. So I'm thinking of Blue Lightning because I played Gates of Zendikon, and I think Blue Lightning is another shmup, and it's something that I played. So let's have a look at that, right? And it just sounds cool, doesn't it? Like, it could almost be a name for someone. Hi, nice to meet you. What's your name? They call me Blue Lightning, you know. Probably people will think you're an idiot, but, you know, I've heard stranger things, right? What's that movie with Ben Stiller in it, where he's the models? Oh my God, it's Magnum, and he's got that look, Cold Steel, you know? It could almost be a look, right? We could have ourselves a little bit of Blue Lightning. Sorry, if anyone's epileptic, that might have been a lot of stuff there, right? So, oh yes, no, it's not. It's Afterburner, right? Afterburner for it, right? I kind of forgot about this game completely, man. Wow, good stuff. Well, let's shoot some stuff, man. Again, like this looks so amazing on the screen. But guys, the reason that the Game Boy DMG, right, the Game Boy Color, and even like the first Game Boy Advance, right, but the reason that just smashed everything was it was one reason. It was battery, right? And that's one thing. Even Nintendo now on the Switch, they've gone for battery above everything else because you know, many of us may have seen the videos where the Switch is overclocked and it turns 30 FPS games into, you know, 45 or 60 FPS games. But you know, your battery goes down from, say, 4 hours to 2 hours, right? Or, you know, 3 hours to an hour or an hour and a half. So Nintendo have definitely gone in the route of giving that battery priority, right? So yeah, that's why the Game Gear, the Atari Lynx, you had to stick by the wall. When I played this around my cousins, we were near the wall socket all the time. They had like the chargers for it, the AC adapters for it at the time. Everything was pretty much proprietary, but you could get like a multi. So from Argos, you could buy like a multi adapter, right, where you could change the voltage on there, and it had like a cross thing on there. So it had like different size fittings on there. Sometimes you could get lucky and get one of those for your device, right? But usually, like, most of us had like the official one. And you know, if you were unlucky enough to have batteries, right, yeah, you spend more time charging batteries, waiting for them to charge, than actually playing, right? So guys, Blue Lightning is good. What do we have next, right? Zoolander, yep, that's the movie. Yo, random game moments in the house, man. Member and Patreon supporter, man. Wicked. Right, Toki's next. Right, Toki's wicked. Toki's wicked. Remember guys, I always say I'm a big fan of arcade games, right? So even when I was in primary school and I wasn't allowed in arcades by myself, I still, when I went out with my parents somewhere, you know, I'd be pretending to play like Pac-Man or the earlier games, right? So the earlier games, a lot of games, some of the games maybe Owl likes, or so Space Invaders, Pac-Man, like I had experience of those in the arcade, but only ever playing, like moving the sticks on attract mode, right? Not really playing the game. So I did have some experience with them. But I never really played them. I kind of forgot what my point was there. But oh yeah, arcade. So like stuff like Toki I played in the arcade, Ninja Gaiden I played in the arcade, well, Shadow Warriors, and this had a lot of arcade games on there, and it was fantastic. I mean, it didn't have the catalog the Game Boy did, right? But it had, look, it's got Toki on there, and this is the only handheld Toki came out for, right? So in this one, they've got the fire and the jump the wrong way around. But I have to tell you, the traps in this are more lethal than the arcade version, which is unusual because usually the arcade games are more unforgiving, right? So I'll show you what I mean, right? I'll show you what I mean, like, in just a second. If you know Toki, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is fairly accurate to the arcade version, right? Even down to the point I managed to shoot that early, which you can't shoot it that early in the arcade. But it was that that kind of triangle cone up here, and here you get the rugby helmet, right? Oh, sorry, the American football helmet, or football as you guys call it in the USA, but we call it American football, right? So down here, when you jump, that little fish head in the bottom left, right, is going to pop out. But you have to, yeah, as soon as you jump down, you have to jump again. So you have to look how fast it doesn't come out that fast in the arcade as it comes out over here. So, you know, and that's the kind of thing you need to know that it's there. If you don't know it's there, you're going to get caught. You pretty much got caught in the arcade, but if you were quick enough, you would spot it and you might be able to dodge it, right? On the Lynx, no chance. As soon as you land, you have to press that again. And that's very unusual for home ports of arcade games, right? That's something that's more known. It's known to be in the arcade where it's trying to guzzle your money, right? So there's things that you just need to remember, right? You have to memorize certain things. And again, so far it's a very, very good port. Now this is a little bit annoying when you get this fire here on the Lynx version, because I did play this earlier, right? See, look at that one. As soon as I landed, it popped out. So I would need to land at the furthest point, and then from the furthest point, I would need to jump. So I need to land about here and then jump. So there's a lot of cheating stuff in here, which is very, very unusual. Very, very unusual. Okay, that was just bad gameplay there. I could have done better. Oh, look at that. So even though you get that one right, okay, it's very generous with the lives. So better off getting a spider from here. It's a bit easier to dodge it than when you're doing it diagonally. So should be an enemy here. Jump on his head, Mario Brothers style, and I've got like the firepower up. Okay, I was trying to go on the edge there, never mind. And again, brilliant continue screen, right? So what we got after Tokyo, right? Alan, before we do that, because we're looking at what I was looking at, that this continue screen reminded me of something, right? And I'm going to have to die in this game in order to get the screen. So we die quickly, which I'm very good at, generally speaking, right? And so this is one of the games. I mentioned it in the video earlier. If anyone here watched... if anyone watched the video that I put out earlier looking at Ninja Gaiden, right? I love this game in the arcade. Like, looking at it when I'm a bit older, it's really not the best beat 'em up. It's a little bit janky. You could class it as quite a janky beat 'em up, right? But man, at the time, seeing this in the arcade, right? Again, this is how the arcade version starts. You've got this here, but then a ninja jumps out. He kind of jumps out, smashes the screen. That's missing, and it says Ninja in USA. But this was so wicked because you're watching ninja movies at the time, and the moves that they're doing, I swear this reminds me of American Ninja. This kind of, you know, jump up and flick them in the head. Now, what I can't remember, it's a long time since I played this on the Lynx, right? So what I can't remember is, could we actually... So in the arcade version, you had a third button, right? And I tried pressing select, right? Because start just pauses it, right? So what I tried doing Right, let's try it. So see the little bar that's horizontal there on the lamppost. So you could go and hang on to that, right? But I don't know how to hang on to it. I was trying to press Thief Select does it. If anyone knows in chat, do let me know, guys. But yeah, I can't get on that, and it's a shame because you could hang on to that and kind of kick them, right? So you can't smash these boxes. You have to whack an enemy on them, or the enemies have to whack you on there in order to get the power-ups from there. There used to be, in the arcade, you got a sword up here, which was very, very powerful, right? And you want every power-up you could get in here. And like stuff like this here, this like ninja wall jump was just fantastic. I remember a friend of mine could actually do that, man. Had a friend that I went to school with called James, man. I haven't seen him for a long, long time. I kind of missed the guy, man. Good guy. And he was very, very like agile and athletic. And outside his house, there was this wall, right? And he used to live in right around the corner from Arsenal Tube Station. Arsenal is a football team. And there was these flats there. And right out, when you come out these flats, there was a wall. And this guy could run up the wall like ninja style. Like he practiced it for years. Just used to see him run and try and run up the wall till eventually he could do it, right? The guy was just like a ninja himself, man. Very, 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 very mobile. Right, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna die here on purpose, right? But this is a good game. Actually, you know what's interesting, if we make it to there, actually, there's a part where you have to jump up in the arcade and you're walking on these kind of pipes. When I get to that part, I don't know how to jump, man. Obviously I'm missing something I'm doing wrong, because you should be able to jump there, right? I don't want to get any power-ups here. That's an extra life potentially, but I'm not going to get that because I want to show you guys the continue screen. If you know this game in the arcade, you know the continue screen on this is fantastic. And these Tecmo games at the time, there was a few, I forget the name of another one. It's the one where you're like a little guy and you ride these different monsters, right? Something Knight it's called. You can ride like a giant man, a tiger, and then eventually you get like a dragon. And those games at the time, they had a very kind of dark art style by Tecmo. This was one of them, and the other, Something Night, man. I've got a channel and a video about it because I kind of fell in love with the game when I played it. I was like, yeah, this is really, really cool. But let's see if we can get to that part, because I couldn't figure out how to do it unless I die first. Then we see that continue screen. But again, look at this. The Atari Lynx had this, man. I had nothing similar on the Game Boy. Don't get me wrong, I love the Game Boy DMG, and I stand by the opinion of the Game Boy DMG being that best handheld ever, right? Love it. Ninja Gaiden on this is a completely different game, and it's a great game, right? But guys, this was like an arcade game. Like, fair enough, it was a dire arcade game, but it was an arcade game. So what you can do over here is just dash these guys over. And hopefully it won't dash me over. Okay, should have hit him the other way, right? Okay, so can I do the neck grab? No, I can't. Okay, maybe I can do it now. No. Okay, let's just kick him. Is he gonna get up? Right, okay, so I couldn't work out how to jump up here, man. And I don't know if I need to press select. Nope. Oh, hold on, maybe I can make it here. Sorry guys, I'm kind of experimenting with different buttons here. Can I make it to the top now? No? No? Okay, that's driving me crazy, right? So I can't remember how to do it on here. Sorry, it's driving me nuts. I was playing this earlier for the video. Can't do it. But here you go. Hey, at least we can see the end screen, right? Scrapyard Dog, that's an exclusive from what I remember. So amazing stuff. Again, brilliant. I think in the arcade, you see it kind of cutting a bit, or you see some blood come out. But guys, what an amazing continue screen, right? So something from the arcade, we got it on the Lynx. And that to me, that kind of silhouette there is just absolutely epic, guys. So what do we have next? We've done Blue Lightning. Having a look at the chat here. I think... Oh, Ninja Gaiden 3. I think, did Al mention something? And I said, I'll check it after. Heo SNK Kev in the house. We've done Blue Lightning already, you know, my G. Okay, sorry, maybe you were here when I did that. Sorry, man, just kind of going back in chat. Oh, I bought the OG link. Okay, no, I've read this chat. Okay, cool. We are good. SNK Kev, wicked in the house. Good to have you here, man. Another channel member. Right, let's go straight to Ninja Gaiden 3, right? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a sip of my drink as that loads up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute my mic while I do it, because when I was checking a replay, I realized it was very, very loud, right? I haven't actually seen this game, so this is going to be new to me as well. Guys, be right back. Fantastic. I've got a mute button on the PC, mute mic button, so that's fantastic. Really, really good. I like these mics I bought as well, man. I actually invested in these wireless ones, but funny enough, I don't usually buy stuff based on an advert, but I got a random advert on YouTube from that channel. What is it? Who's the Boss Man or something, right? He does a lot of tech stuff, and obviously it was a paid thing, right? But he was saying it's amazing, so I thought, let me check it out, and I put it through the test myself, and I nearly returned them, but that was my my laptop with a 4070. The USB had some issues with it, so I went back to the less powerful one, and everything's working good. Right, Valkyrie, how are you doing? Do you know when this is coming out? No, well, to be honest, it's coming out soon. And I'll tell you one thing, like, speaking from past experience, right, Bud 2 is really, really quick. Even to the point, sometimes he's so quick that I'll get a preview build of a core. And I'm excited, right, guys, because I like getting preview builds, right, for the simple reason it gives me some form of exclusivity to some extent on the channel, where I'm showing you something that isn't on YouTube yet, right? I like that stuff, but sometimes he's given me a core, and by the time I've got a video or I've done a set up a live stream, the core's publicly available. So as you can see, it's running really, really well. And do you know what, Valkyrie? There's nothing wrong with asking people, right? There's just a nice way to ask people. You know, you can always say, hey, you know, how you doing? Love your work. Do you have plans to release this soon? Sorry if I'm imposing, right? You know, you can do that, but some people like demand stuff, right? And they demand answers when they've got no kind of right to do that. So Bud 2 is mellow, man. He's a good guy. So, you know, if you ask him nicely, he could just say to you, look, I'm planning to have it soon. Some developers I know don't like being asked, but people are different, right? Some people, maybe they get harassed a lot. They might get offended. Some people are really good at dealing with it. Robert Peip, for example, the developer of the N64 core, when he did what he did for the MiSTer, Martin Donlon, Wicker Wacker, when I interviewed him, Martin Donlon just said it's amazing how the guy develops, does a full-time job, and handles all the chatter on Discord and his engagement with people, right? Some people are just better at certain things. Some people are better at social skills than others, right? And that goes on both sides. That goes on the person asking and also the person answering the question, right? Don't get me wrong, I completely flaff out sometimes, and I could definitely have some better social skills. I think my etiquette generally is okay, but I do have moments where I've spazzed out, right? But you know what? Live and learn. Oh wow, okay. So jump and attack. Oh wow, okay, this is going to be a difficult game, man. So my ninja looks completely and utterly mash up on this, but I'll tell you what, this game's got a good feel to it, right? Okay, so what's interesting here is when I move down corner to crouch, he doesn't. He just walks, he runs or whatever, right? Can I attack? Oh, I can attack that. Okay, cool. Okay. This game's good. So in order to crouch down, you need to move it clean down, by the way. So no diagonals, no shortcuts. Clean down is what you need to do. Yeah, I would have liked this game, man. And I'm sure the Ninja would have looked better, right? And on a smaller screen, right? Maybe if I'm playing this on the Pocket screen, actually what I should have done is I should have turned on the Pocket. You know where you can have the dock and you can have the dock display mode on, which is a good feature to have, and I can point a camera I bought recently for Zoom meetings, or sorry, Teams is what everyone's using now. It's for Teams meetings because my laptop doesn't have a camera built in. I can kind of point that at the Analogue Pocket, so you can have like a smaller screen look of it as well. You can see it as it kind of looks on the Analogue Pocket device. But guys, this is good, man. Can't it almost looks like Spider-Man there. Okay, are we dead? We are dead. Time to run the next game, but that's interesting, man. I definitely feel like the sprite for the ninjas not that great. Could that just be me? I'm not quite sure, right? Okay, Ninja Gaiden 3, Scrapyard Dog, wicked, Chris. So someone was asking for an exclusive, right? And as far as I know, Scrapyard Dog is one of the exclusives on the Lynx. I was going to say on the Analogue Pocket. On the Atari Lynx, yeah, Scrapyard Dog is what I remember being exclusive. I kept calling it Junkyard Dog, right? But is that a wrestler? So someone said option 1. So I imagine is there an option 1 there, right? Wicked. Do you know what, SNK Kev, man? You're a channel member, man. I'm gonna do Blue Lightning for you again, my bro. So cool. We're gonna do that right next for you, my G. So stay around. It was alright. It's Afterburner, man. It's Afterburner. It's Atari Lynx Afterburner. So definitely nothing to dislike. Again, look at the graphics are so good for this, man. On Wikipedia, it said, I checked it, that it's a 16-bit console, the Atari Lynx, but someone in the video comment said that it's actually an 8-bit console. So a little bit of confusion there for me. But again, okay, so, hey, is this a game about recycling? Have I got, oh, okay. Nice, okay. Right, got giant rats there, man. You don't want to go to a scrapyard. Oh, no trespassing. You know what? Let me can you in the head. Can them in the head. You know they're dead. All right, that's gonna. Oh, wow, look at that. I nearly got done. I remember actually a time. You know, do you know when you're younger and you're a lot vainer, right? You're like vain. So all your clothing, like right now, seriously, I don't care for a single brand at all. Right? You'll never see me. I might buy some brand clothing. Oh, okay. Wow. Can I buy something? Okay, yes. Not enough cash, but okay. So I remember, like, you know, being very vain and buying particular clothing that had the labels on it and everything. And I remember one time, it was a Saturday, I was, you know, about to go to my radio show when I was doing pirate radio, and I was definitely going clubbing late, and I had a U Solaron, a YSL jacket. It was the in thing at the moment, those kind of khaki colored ones, right? And I got it out the dry cleaners, and I remember leaving the dry cleaners, and as soon as I walked out, one pigeon, and this pigeon must have eaten a curry or something, man. It wasn't even that white pigeon, pigeon doo-doo, right? It was like this pigeon ate some vindaloo or something, man, and just let the damn thing out. And I remember just going straight into the dry cleaners and going, yep, you know, what's your policy on walking out the store and a bird, you know, gets you, right? And it was like, yeah, you pay again. I didn't even get a discount, man. Back then I was a hustler. I would have taken any discount I got, right? But yeah, I got nothing at all. So yeah, I put that straight in the dry cleaners, and yeah, I had to wear a different jacket that day, I remember. But the younger days, man, we were kind of talking about it when you were vain. I mean, everything was designer, right? Even down to your boxer shorts, right? You just wanted that label on there, right? Stone Island, DKNY, Dolce & Gabbana, whatever you kind of had. Like now, yeah, I don't care for that stuff anymore, right? Now for my buddy SNK Kev, my brother from another mother, Blue Lightning. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Okay, right, okay. Nick Israel says Robotron. Okay. Oh yeah, Joust. Okay, cool. Robotron and Joust. Sorry, I'm not staying up to date with all the chat, but I've got a different window with everything kind of running on there, so we are good with that. Wicked. Oh, okay, thanks, Lame Deluxe. 16-bit GPU, 8-bit CPU. Okay, makes sense. Wicked. So would it be fair to say if you run an average of 8 and 16 and you divide that by 2, you've got a 12-bit console? Am I just talking absolutely rubbish? Oh, so okay, Scrapyard was on the Atari 7800 as well. Okay, so we can say it was exclusive to Atari consoles, right? So wicked, awesome. Good to kind of know, man. I really do. I need to get the Atari 800 core gang at some time, man, because yeah, I like that. I like that computer. C64 as well, Specky. I'm so lazy. I need to get stuff done, guys. I need to get a job with less hours, man. Then I can have like, if I get a job with like 8 hours or less a day, I can actually dedicate 2 hours a day to YouTube. At the moment, I can only do stuff on my day off, so it makes it a little bit difficult sometimes. Sometimes I've got such a big list of content I want to do, and I can't always do it. I end up giving new releases priority. So there's other stuff I need to do, like a Reflex Adapt one, because you can use it on the PC with like Dolphin with a GameCube controller. I've got projects that I need doing. I just don't have the time, man. But yeah, I feel like I need to get a job with lesser hours, man. Maybe even like a little bit lesser money, right? But yeah, like my kids are older now, right? So you know, I've got my mum's with me at the moment, so there's a lot of care that's involved there. But we're hoping to kind of move abroad with one of my brothers, and if that happens, you know, my youngest kid is 8 now. It means my wife can go out to work as well, which means you know, I can potentially take a job with not a massive pay decrease, but a slight pay decrease for a lot less hours, right? But yeah, SNK Kev, this is wicked, man. How do I chase and destroy now? Is there only one speed, or is there a way to select do anything? Right. Love that. Again, this is like afterburner Lynx, right? Blue lightning, fantastic. I'm pretty sure I played this game because I remember the title, unless I'm thinking of no, I definitely remember my cousins having this, right? Maybe I didn't play this so much though. But yeah, looks darn good, man. Gates of Zendercon's a good one. That's something that I played a lot. I played it for the video earlier as well. It was fantastic. So wicked. Alright, let's launch a few missiles. Okay, I've run out of missiles. Let's go to the next game, man. Wicked. What have we got here? Yeah, the Ninja Gaidens are tough games, like the side-scrolling ones, right? And guys, if I do miss any games, just repeat them in chat. We're going to go with Gauntlet next, I think. Oh, and we got blown up there, right? Okay, so Gauntlet, if I remember it correctly, was good on the Lynx, right? I always associate Gauntlet with Atari as well, because the first machine I played it on was the Atari ST. So, guys, got to give a big shout out to. Okay, so it's Tate as well. That's good, but we're gonna have to change that a bit. So, a big shout out to Buddu2, man, for working on this core, man, for porting it over from Robert Peip's MiSTer core. Absolutely fantastic. So we got vertical. I think we're usually okay. And again, wow, like good stuff, man. So yeah, big shout out to Buddu2, guys. His Ko-fi link is in the description. If you want to support him or make a one-off donation, you can do so. Also, top right, best place to hang out for FPGA gaming is oh wow, Android for FPGA gaming is the FPGA gaming Discord, right? So do you know what? I'm gonna have to be Android, man. Wow, is that a guy from Chips Challenge? We're gonna have a look at Chips Challenge in a second. I think someone mentioned that. Alan Battlezone, I know you mentioned that. We'll do that next, my G. Right, I'm gonna be nerd. I'm gonna be Android. I don't know, right? Let's go nerd, right? Because we're all nerds. We've got wow. Okay, so this is really interesting, right? We've got wow. This is super, guys. Wow, this looks really good. You know, I don't think I played this because I don't remember the nerds or anyone being in here. What's really nice is, look at that in the bottom left. It shows you what's up ahead. So I imagine there's a key down here or way down here. Here we go. We got a key. We've opened that gate straight away. Guys, this is the OG Diablo, man. Wow. Okay, this says auto fire. I used to love hearing the speech in this, in like the Atari ST version. The warrior is low on health. Okay. Again, this wow. I love like the bonus characters in this, right? In this day and age, that would have been DLC, right? Or this is what you would, like if someone done a ROM hack of Gauntlet and they said, oh, we've done a ROM hack, we've added extra characters, we've added an Android, which looks very familiar, right? To the Android, you know, that you get on the phone, right? That kind of rounded kind of top shape. You don't really see that Android robot anymore, right? Has that trend kind of worn off, right? I always feel like Google are always copying Apple, and they first advertise something they do that's different to Apple, and then they just go in the direction of Apple, right? So yeah, Google customer service sucks though, man. I've got to say, called them up with an issue, and after 20 minutes of the guy not understanding it, I was like, look, with all due respect, put me through to someone technical, please. I said, look, this is, you know, I don't mean this as disrespect, but I've explained the problem to you. You're not understanding it at all. And in the end, he said, okay, I've consulted someone higher up. They said, reset your phone, right? But resetting your phone now, factory reset is a pain in the butt, man. I've got to put all my banking apps on there, put all my authenticator apps on there. Some of the stuff I need to get verified. So I need to, like with one of my banking ones, I need to, once I sign up to it, they send me a verification code by post to my house. So I'm waiting like a week to get that back up and running. So in the end, I found a kind of workaround for it, and that workaround is actually working really good. So the issue that I had was I just had random notification sounds going off. Couldn't pinpoint it to anything. Couldn't find the source of it at all, right? So in the end, what I did was I set my default notification to none, which is really good because I get visual notifications for YouTube, right, in the notifications bar, but I don't get a sound going off, and that goes for Twitter and a lot of the social media stuff. So the only notifications I get going off now are ones that I've set as custom notifications. So something like WhatsApp, Telegram, my emails. And if I haven't set a custom notification for the email, like for some of the email addresses, it just won't go off. So it's actually worked out better now because my phone isn't getting off like, you know, several times an hour, or sometimes it goes off like crazy. So it only goes off now for notifications that I've set manually, which to be honest isn't really a lot, right? It might be like 10 to 20 notifications a day, which I can live with. Right, let's run the next game, which is for my buddy Alan, man. Guys, big shout out to Alan. The guy is wicked, man. Proper helpful, man. Alan, like, dude, appreciate all the help you give with the channel, man. Super guy. And Chris's Retro Gaming, man. Amazing duo there, man. Sometimes when I'm at work and I'm like, oh guys, man, I need a bit of help with this, you know, can you help me set this up so when I get home I've only got like an hour, I can go and work on this straight away, and both of them just get on it working. A lot of videos and a lot of stuff that I do with streams, I wouldn't be able to do them without their help. So proper appreciate you guys, man. Wicked. Yeah, we can do Robotron as well after, man. Just you might have to remind me, Nick is real. If you have a look at the way Alan's typed up the game Battlezone 2000, that just stands out, guys, right? That stands out, and I can see it when I'm flicking back on the chat. Reading it amongst the chat is a little bit hard to see. So someone said Crystal Mines 2. I'll try and remember it, but I may forget it, man. I've already forgot what Nick is real said, which I need to find, right? Where is Nick is real, right? I'll find that in just a second. Oh no, I've got that. Did I change the display? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Right, so let's go course settings. Orientation. Okay, sorry, horizontal. Right, okay, so let's go back out. And here we've got Battlezone. So, is this the game that came out later? I think I've got it for like PSVR, man. And that's really cool. So, what was the game? I'm trying to remember what it is. Yeah, the flip screen option is in there, man. That's fantastic. It was Robotron, that's it. Robotron, but before that we have got, sorry guys, I'm just looking at kind of chat here where, oh man, okay, I'm forgetting, right, guys, keep it in block capitals, man. It really does help out. Crystal Mines and Robotron. Let's see if I can remember. Right, I'm just going to go to OK. This one's for Al. And let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, guys, this look good, man. 3D stuff. Guys, we're going to check out some prototypes as well, right? There's there's my enemies there. Again, like, see, look at the colors in this, right? Even if that's red and green, right? What's amazing about red and green here is the green is very bright, so I can tell them apart on that map, right? It's very easy. And I guess that's the principle with traffic lights, right? With traffic lights, even though I say top, middle, bottom, the green is very bright, right? And the red isn't. Alan, this is so I never played this back in the day, but I can imagine really liking this game because it gives you the feel where you feel like you're playing a game that's from the future. Have I run out of bullets? I think I've run out of bullets, man. I didn't know they were limited. Can I ram it? Yeah. Okay. By the way, that yes sound wasn't in the game. That was me. I'm out of bullets, man. My shield is low and I am going to get blasted, right? What are we looking at? Okay, so Crystal Mines 2 and then Robotron, right? Okay, so Crystal Mines 2, we're nearly there. Crystal Mines 2, wicked. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, a work in progress core, the Atari Lynx core. This can't speak for Bud 2, the developer, but this I would say will be out sooner rather than later, man. And yeah, and look, I can't see anything wrong with it, man. It just feels, everything about it feels right. Even when I played California games where I'm kicking up that little beanbag thing, it just felt responsive, man. So yeah, banging game, man. Right, remember the days of codes before save files? Oh, we're doing a puzzle game. I used to like these puzzle games. Okay, do I take that? So can I dig all this stuff? Okay. So, oh god, wicked, that thing got it as well. Can I get that star? Is that going to kill me? No, I can get the star, right? Yeah, guys, like this game already, man. Ah! I got killed by, I don't know what that is, an underground walking tomato destroyed a robot. Oh, okay, I can shoot them as well. Please don't tell me the bullets are limited, right? So that makes it easy. I thought I'd have to be smart and kind of shoot them, right? Sorry, not shoot them, but drop something on their head. But no, that's not the case. Wicked. Yes, this is a great game, guys. Great game. But I get to see that, like, stuff like this will be great to play on the go in the Analogue Pocket, right? Like a blocky, I don't know if this is a puzzle game, right? But whatever you want to call it, a maze game, a dig duggy type of game, whatever it is, right? But now in the Analogue Pocket, playing something like this, you're going to get like, what, 4 hours worth of battery? There's a whole heap of battery on there, right? Whereas on the Lynx with batteries, what you're going to get with that, right? You're going to get, I don't know, like 30 minutes with, did it take 6 batteries? 30 minutes? You know, it's nice on these modern machines now. What would be nice though is to get the screen filters for the Lynx, right? I'll just cycle through them again for anyone that didn't see them. So you've got some screen filters that are being used there. Obviously, that's up to Buddu 2, I think, to make sure that they can be used on the core. We can play it with a pinball red filter, which I don't think we want to do. So what was next? Next was Robotron, wasn't it? So let's go Robotron. Robotron is pretty trippy, right? But how trippy is it with a red filter? Don't worry, I won't leave it on there for ages. I will take it off, guys. But let's start it with this. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it properly. That actually don't look too bad. Look at that. That is trippy. Lynx 1 about, okay. Oh, okay. Lynx 2 is about 6. No. Are you talking about original hardware? Nah, that's not right, man. Lynx 2 is about 6 hours on AA batteries. Nah, buddy. Seriously, that was like half hour to an hour. It wasn't. They were known to die quick. Even that, well, you were getting some really good batteries out there. Lynx 1 is 5. Seriously, guys, can anyone else confirm that apart from Lamer Deluxe? Guys, I don't know. I don't know if I was getting some rubbish batteries out there. Right, so let's go back. Oh, okay, so you've got one button moves it clockwise, one button moves it anti-clockwise, and your firing is constant. Oh, those are the people I need to rescue, right? Interesting way of doing the fire, right? Let me turn the screen filters off and go back to normal. Okay, here we go. Is that really fat human? Oh, okay. I thought that was a really fat human I needed to rescue there, man. Sorry, I'll look at that. And I can't believe it. It ran for 6 hours, man. Wow, okay. Really in the Lynx on. Wow, okay. I find that. Yeah, that's the. So hold on. Did the original Lynx have a backlight? I think it did, right? Was that not what drained it, or did it not have a black backlight? I can't actually remember. Okay. Cable. To be honest, my Game Boy DMG, right? My Game Boy DMG, the 4 AA batteries in that, and I bought like, they're like 5,800 milliamps each or something. They're quite big batteries from Amazon. When I put those in there, it lasts for hours, man. I haven't even timed it, but easily over 5 hours. Yeah, Lynx was always played plugged in, man. Nah, see, Lamer Deluxe, I remember having a game gear. I remember putting the batteries, and I remember Duracells as well. I remember them dying in about half an hour, man. So I don't know what super batteries you were using, but the ones we had there in the UK, nothing lasted that long. This is a really good game. Super off-road, man. Iron something, right? Wow. Okay, that's nuts, guys. Guys, is there anyone else? Am I going crazy here, right? Or has Lamer Deluxe got access to some batteries that I didn't have? Because I don't remember Lynx lasting 5 to 6 hours. I don't remember Game Gear lasting 4 hours, man. That's insane on those batteries, man. I mean, like, wow, serious. Half an hour wouldn't have so. I don't know. Lamer Deluxe. I don't remember the battery ever exceeding. Let's just say for me, I don't ever remember them exceeding an hour, right? Like 4 hours is actually a decent time, right? For you to get your rechargeables. You've got 2 sets on there. You recharge one, you play one. You know, chances are you may not play more than 4 hours a day, right? That's okay, cool. Yeah, maybe I use some cheap or some dud batteries, right? What's going on? Why can't I start this game? Oh, okay. I just realized now why it actually mutes the sound. That's interesting. I'm pressing fast forward here just to see. Okay, I can't seem to start this game, guys. Pressing start, pressing select. Okay, let me do this again. Oh wow, I wish if I knew about those batteries back then, man. AA batteries, 3.5 hours, but the DD battery pack would last. Wow, okay. Guys, you guys were onto something I wasn't, man, or a lot of us in the UK weren't. I just remember bad experiences with batteries on that. Okay, that's worked this time, so that's fantastic. Oh, okay, I thought my magnetic mic was slipping down. Right, let's go. Yeah, we'll go yellow. Oh, nitro. What else we got? Accelerate box. Okay, that's done. This is a good game. So we're getting an arcade core of this. I think it's Pierco that's kind of working on this, right? Oh, okay. This is difficult. This is kind of hurting my eyes. Maybe this is better for a smaller screen, man. I'm not as bad on these games as it looks here, right? But wow. Okay. Anything else in chat? Wow, I still can't get my head around batteries lasting that long, man. For me, like, these things were AC adapters, man. Right, we've done Switchblade 2. What else is there? Guys, this game is fantastic. Did anyone play Zybots, right? Zybots is wicked. In a video earlier today, I did speak about where I used to play it. Like, so you had arcades, and you had like arcades, but all they had in there were fruit machines. They were like gambling places, right? But then you'd find one game in there or something, and there was one near my house, like maybe a 10-minute walk, and it only had one game in it, and it had Zybots on there, man. And I really, really like this, and I feel like the Lynx version is fantastic, man. Controls, everything just work. They work well on it. Very, very cool game. Let's grab ourselves a key. Wicked. I don't know if I played this on the... Did I play it on the Lynx? I can't remember. If I did, I didn't play it too much. This might be something that, you know, my cousins or my uncle got later. But I did play this in the arcade, and I liked it a lot in the arcade, man. So let's see, how much money have I got to buy stuff? Okay, so let's get a key. Let's get second shot. Oh, okay, that was expensive. Alright, let's go. Done. Wicked. Yeah, see, random gaming moments, man. Like, yeah, 2 hours tops. That's for me being generous as well. Checkered flag coming up next, bud. Yeah, that's just amazing. But you know what? Saying that, the new batteries that I got off Amazon are like 5,600 milliamps each, right? Or whatever they are. Like, let's just say that they're even 3,000 milliamps each. I'm running like my Game Boy DMG. If they're 3,000 milliamps each, right? I'm running the Game Boy DMG with 12,000 milliamps of power, right? I don't think most mobile phones have that much milliampage in them in their batteries, right? So yeah, maybe you know, these guys were using a better quality of batteries, whereas we were just using, you know, whatever our local ones were. But don't forget, there was counterfeit stuff as well, so maybe I was using them. So still good to kind of hear, man, that people were getting good battery life out of them. So I wonder, so Lema Deluxe, right? So those same batteries that you used, right, on the Game Gear that got you 4 hours, if you use them on, so the Game Gear ones that got you 4 hours, if you use them same batteries, right, on the Game Boy DMG, how many batteries or how many hours would you get? Right, checkered flag. Let's do this. So how many hours? So like by that kind of thing, we're talking like 20-30 hours, right, on a Game Boy DMG with, you know, it hasn't got a light. It's that dot matrix screen. That's insane. That would have been insane. Wow, okay, cool. Thank you for searching that, Chris Mullen. Alkaline, let's... okay, thanks, Chris. New Duracell, wicked. Yo, good evening, Jerkface. How are you doing, man? My McGraw display seems more power hungry than the original. Wow, okay, cool. Still play on the Lynx regularly, always on batteries, wicked. I do like playing. See, I need to play on flash carts more in the Analogue Pocket. because I do like using my original shape Game Boy Advance, right? And the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy DMG. So if I use a flash card, I can plug it into original hardware. But OpenFPGA makes stuff so convenient. I just end up using this all the time, man. Nice intro for this. So let's run on this. We're definitely doing practice. Oh, sorry, that was the accelerate button. Interesting. Oh, the controls are quite decent on this, you know. Having to let go of accelerate and yeah, on the corners, right? But that makes sense, right? You want to go slow on the corners. Guys, has a driving game ever felt like driving, right? Because obviously I drive. No matter what game I play, VR, whatever I play, whatever steering wheel I try. I don't have a steering wheel. My kid's got one downstairs, but my cousin's bought like a high-end one with a seat, gears, everything there. And nothing feels like real driving, right? Well, you know, when the feel you get for real driving, and when you're approaching a corner, whatever you're doing, like, you know, when you're driving, right? Driving is an extension of walking, right? So when you walk, you don't think, oh, let me slow down over here. There's an obstacle. You just do it subconsciously, right? And once you start driving, you just drive, right? You drive when something happens, you slow down, you see something. If you need to emergency brake, you do an emergency brake, just like you would when you're walking, right? It's an extension of your walk, right? I've never found a racing game, no matter how good, don't get me wrong, I enjoy racing games, right? I've been playing Outrun like recently as well, but none of them feel as like, they don't compare to real driving. By the way, Outrun Online is fantastic. I need to revisit that. I set that all up and then I didn't bother playing it for a while. Guys, are we was there anything else there? Yeah, you know what? I had random gaming modes. I've got Gran Turismo and I've got PSVR, but again, it doesn't feel like, nothing compares to real driving. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I will. Can handle 6-player. Oh, okay, 6-player multiplayer. Excellent, nice, good to know. Right, so since we haven't got a game there, unless I've missed one, feel free to go in chat and mention it again, right? So let's go, not unlicensed. So was it, no, it wasn't here. Prototypes, Alien versus Predator, guys, right? So I don't think a cart for this was ever released, or if it was, I guess it was dumped, but there's an AVP out for this, man. And I tried this earlier, right? So if you watched the video earlier, I made a whole video before with the wrong aspect ratio. Then I got an updated call with the correct aspect ratio, right? And the game I ran at the end for the original video was this. But because I was doing a video again and I tried the Predator, so this time I'm going to try the Marine, right? But again, like, this just looks good. So the Predator had like a bat, right? Had like a bat, and that's what you were attacking with. So again, it's like a dungeon crawler, right? But interesting stuff. You know, whether I would play this now, yeah, probably unlikely, but interesting concept, right? I mean, to have this on the Lynx, I mean, it's good looking, right? Wow. So guys, yeah, educate me on this. Was this ever a cart release, or was this like promos only or something, right? Not exactly sure. Is there a way to strafe? No, so both buttons are fire, right? They could have given this like Zybot controls where, you know, to turn you hold a button, right? Oh, but okay, at least you've got like a northeast, southwest kind of thing, right? I kind of like the soundtrack for this. It's not too loud. Oh, it is when I'm firing, so I don't want to blast it up, otherwise the firing will get too loud. But again, this is kind of interesting, right? No, only prototype. Thank you for that, Lame Deluxe. So I do like your knowledge, especially on the Lynx, man. So that's enough of the prototype. That was interesting to kind of have a look at. Let's see what other prototypes there were. Eye of the Beholder, another dungeon crawler, guys, right? So that's super interesting, right? To get these prototypes for this, right? So let's go. Let's try and start this. So this again is a dungeon crawler. It's a favorite one of many. Many people hold this game in very, very high regard, right? Am I? Okay. So button to change your character. Oh wow, okay, there's a lot of characters. Is that like an elf that I'm picking? Okay, so now I'm just gonna go with some randomness. Okay, why can't I start the game? Do I need to press start? Nope. Start pauses it. Okay, right, I'm gonna go another game. I don't want to figure this out, right? I can't. Oh, I don't know. Right, okay, let's try another. Let's try another prototype. Right. Oh, Raiden. Okay, that's interesting. Raiden swap. I wonder if it's going to be in Tate mode. We'll find out in just a second. That would be good. Oh, it is. Look at this, guys. Wow. Okay, again, very, very impressed with the Atari Lynx, right? So let's go and orientation. We're going to go vertical. Oops. So vertical 180. And Badu2 said there was like a blue line somewhere. Let me know if you guys spot it, right, in the vertical 180, but I can't. Well, okay, I can't spot that anywhere. Guys, we've got oh no, let's get no, come back up, come back up. Oh, homing. Oh, come on, don't go out. Did I get that one? Maybe I did. Wow, great prototype, man. Like it's Raiden, guys. And hopefully one day we'll get a Raiden core, right, for like the MiSTer and the Analogue Pocket. It's something that the Coin-Op collection kind of teased, right, a long time ago. But a track 17 from the Coin-Op collection, he's got, between them, they've got a lot of PCBs, right? So they've always shown what PCBs they've got. But I feel like sometimes they show a lot, and it's not easy making all these calls, right? So if you show in a year, like let's say 30 of your PCBs, right, but you only get a chance to do one every couple of months, right? So you end up doing 6 of them. You know, you show stuff. So it is kind of on their roadmap, but there's a lot of stuff that's on their roadmap. So hopefully one day we will get an arcade core of it. What they released recently, that Twin Cobra, that was a good game, and a lot of people said that Raiden actually ripped that game off. But you know, irregardless, right? Even if a game rips another game off, like Raiden is a good game, man. I liked it in the arcade, and I always mention that on Wardour Street when I used to do various nightclub work and like DJ and stuff. And I was in central London a lot. I was near Wardour Street quite a bit as well, and there was an arcade there which had Raiden, and there was an old Chinese guy in there, man. In his 60s at the time, he used to smash Raiden. It was an absolute pleasure watching him to play. Oh, I have the Raiden car. Okay, fun game. Okay, so this was actually released then, right? Because I thought this was a prototype, but that's interesting, right? So Lama Deluxe, was this actually an official cartridge, or was it like, you know, like a one that was released after, like a fan project or something? You know what? Let's go straight to Proto 3 Road Riot. I have no idea what this is, right? But we are jumping in there. It's really good that the flip screen option is in there, right? Because we can use that stuff. So pretty much every game has been accessible. And guys, like, we're testing this core, but seriously, are you spotting any issues with it, right? There's no issues with this. So wow, like, hopefully, hey man, look, Johnny Cash, my boy Johnny Cash is there. Hey, he's in this game. Sorry, not Johnny. Is it Johnny Cash? Johnny Cage. Johnny Cash is a singer, man. What the hell is wrong with me, man? You know, we're not talking Rings of Fire, right? We are talking, you know, finishing Mortal Kombat style, right? Am I going? Okay, look, nice. Like when I'm turning, it's smooth, right? That's interesting. Not bad. What is this? This is like, reminds me of like Buggy Boy a bit, like a newer Buggy Boy. Buggy Boy is fantastic, guys. If you haven't played that, Atari ST or Amiga, play it. It's really, really good. Very, very good racing game. I used to play it on my uncle's ST as a kid. It was the game that every Sunday when we used to go over for a period of time, it was a game that I wanted to play. Do you know one thing my uncle used to do? He used to make me play him at kickoff, man. And he used to batter me at kickoff, right? Kickoff, a soccer game or a football game, as we call it over here. Very, very good. And you know, he wanted to play 2 players, so he used to batter me at that. Another game, he used to play me at a tennis game that used to batter me at as well. But I had to play him at that in order to get game time to play the games I wanted. That reminds me, I've got to give a shout out to Grumpy Old Gamer UK, man. Thanks, buddy. He sent me out a stick recently, man, and I need to set it up. I've got a whole bunch of controllers out there. Big shout out to Jay as well, who got me a bunch of controllers from Japan, right? So, you loser, you have failed to qualify, you loser. That's actually very, very interesting. Hard driving, you know what, Layman Deluxe, we'll do hard driving because it's a good demonstration of something that legit runs at a very, very low frame rate. But what we will do before that is I just remember the game I wanted to see. So this one's for me. Just remind me again, we will look at hard driving. It's quite hot in my room as well, man. While this loads up, guys, just going to put it on mute and take a little sip of my drink, man. So bear with me while Pit Fighter loads up, or well, it's loaded now. Okay, voice is back now. Right, let's do a little bit of Pit Fighter, guys. So you got two. Okay, so you got Ty, Kato, and Buzz. Let's go Buzz. Let's see what the big sprite. So, guys, do you know what? Right, I know this is considered to be a bad game, but guys, you know, for those of us that were around in the arcade. Mate, this game looked wicked at the time. Like, this was the game. It doesn't matter how bad it was, right? It was on a big screen and everyone was around looking at this game. It just looked wicked. You fight like this guy, the Executioner, right? The first one. The second guy is like a street guy with a knife. And look, the crowd kind of push you in. So if I go near the edge, you see the woman, like she takes a dig at me, right? If I go near there you go, look, she just pushed me back in. So, guys, this looked really, really good. I had this for the Mega Drive as well. It came out for the Mega Drive. It weren't good, but this is one of my guilty pleasures. I've always liked this game, and I know it's not a good game. You know, I can see it's not a good game, and the Atari Lynx version isn't that good either, right? But guys, I like this game, man. I put my money in the arcade. I played it a few times. I played it on the Mega Drive, and I thought it was all right. But there's not really much to it, and I think even two-player. It's like two players versus enemy from what I remember. I don't think you fight each other. Could be wrong, could be wrong. It's been a while, right? And, you know, no one in their right mind is going to play me on this, like a two-player version of it now, right? But yeah, interesting, right? So what was the other game that we said we were going to do? Hard driving, right? So let's go hard driving. Good soundtrack, though. Hard driving. I had to put this in a video earlier. Yeah, man. You know what? Random gaming moments. Yeah, it's a lot of games you like. I like as well, man. I like as well. You do play a lot of games though, but you definitely play more variety than I do. Jerkface Raiden Project on PS1 is pretty accurate. Yeah, I remember someone mentioned that when I was doing the Tiger Heli live stream, man. So yeah, that's interesting. It'd be nice to see what the Coin Op collection bring out next, man. It'd be nice to see when what is it comes out. Narc. I'm not really so interested in Narc. I want to test that Mortal Kombat, but that's more from a channel perspective. I'm not really the biggest Mortal Kombat fan. I can live without it, man. Like, I liked it in the arcade, but I never played it two players. Like, I didn't have, there wasn't any Mortal Kombat matches that I had that were like so epic. I was like, wow, like I completely love this game. Played it against the CPU, it was violent, and I am a Patreon supporter of the Coin Op collection, right? But I'm under a different name. I'm not under Pixel Cherry Ninja on there. I joined up with a different account due to previously us having a few differences of opinion. Now, like, beef is squashed. We don't really, you know, do that stuff to one another. However, you know, I'm not unblocked or anything from Attract 17. Still got me blocked on Twitter, and I'm still blocked on their Patreon, which cool, that's completely up to them. I don't actually mind, right? So I just made another Patreon account and I've just joined on this. So I do want to, you know, I do want access to the cause early, and that's more from a channel perspective, right? So, you know, I'm paying that Patreon, guys, in order to bring you guys videos. So if anyone ever wants to sign up to my Patreon, it is really, really appreciated. It does help with buying stuff, right? Because sometimes I buy stuff which I don't think I would buy for myself, but I think it'll be decent for the channel, right? Stuff like the MiSTer. The MiSTer is just sitting there in my cupboard, man. I need to kind of use it, and I need to update it at some point as well, man. A big shout out to Hans and a big shout out to Sean for getting all of that sorted for me, man. But yes, so stuff does cost money. But I'm really hoping the channel starts growing with like the tacky clones that are coming out, and you know, with the entry cost for MiSTer becoming cheaper, maybe some more MiSTer or more FPGA hardware coming. Yeah, so hopefully the channel will grow, and you know, YouTube ad revenue and maybe sponsorship and stuff will grow with that. So yeah, let's run another game. Did we have another request? I can't see a request there. So does this mean I get to pick a game? Yeah, of course it does. Righty. So you know what? I'm kind of interested in some of the. Should we have a look at Zaku? What's Zaku? I have no idea what Zaku is. Right. Let's go with Zaku. Remember, Al, if you're still there, do you remember that stream we did? And I was like, what's this game here called? It was called Hawaiian Girls. And I ran it, and it was a little bit of adult entertainment. I had to go in and do the crime watch, blur it out in the stream replay, man. But that was quite funny. And I haven't actually deleted that game. Wicked. Oh, no, we've done Robotron, Lamer Deluxe. Robotron has been done. You were here on the stream, unless you popped out to go toilet or something. Right, Lamer Deluxe. Oh wait, that one, right? Warbirds. All right, we can check Warbird. We've done AVP cancelled game. Eon, we've done that, man. We've done that earlier. So, right, okay. Let's have a look at this. So Zaku, what are we getting with Zaku? Right, let's look at options. I'm interested because sometimes you didn't get a lot of options on there, right? So difficulty. Can we put it on easy? No. Oh, okay. There's easy. We're going to put it on easy. Okay, that's nice, right? The background test and the sound effects. That was good in a lot of games. I remember that. Yes, Robotron and the red filter, man. I like that red filter for certain Game Boy DMG games, but I do like the green filter on the DMG. The red one's a nice gimmick. It's nice to mess around with that. I'll tell you what looks mad on that, man. Some of those LCD filters, right? And the red filter, if you run the Neo Geo core with that, oh wow, like Samurai Showdown with the Game Boy. Oh wow, okay, with the Game Boy filters, it looks amazing, man. It really does look good. I like it. Very a great gimmick to have a look at, and yeah, it just comes across really well. Right, guys, this kind of reminds me of that PC Engine game, right? Was it Ear Zonk, a game that I never played on a PC Engine, and when I was talking about PC Engine games, everyone was like, dude, this game's amazing. And I checked it out, and yes, absolutely it was. But like with a lot of games, right, with the PC Engine, with the Lynx, the games that I played the most are the games the games that I have the nostalgia for are the ones that I like revisiting the most. It's, you know, there's no denying it, man. This game's good. Look at the graphics on this. I'm getting the Wonder Boy shmup vibes from this, right? Oh wow, I just got lasered by a fish, man. Oh, warning. Wow, this game's wicked, man. So an unlicensed game. Zaku, fantastic, man. So, but guys, the ROM sets I use, if anyone's ever wondering, right? They're what are they called? HTBGG or something. So if someone can put it in chat, sorry guys, just to help other guys, because where you're going to be getting this core, the ROM set that I'm using here, I haven't got any additional ROMs on there. They're available on archive.org, right? And HTBTG or something, right? Please, someone put it in chat. I know you know which ones I'm talking about. I know Al definitely knows about them. But if you download that set, you'll have everything that you've seen in this video, right? There's nothing in this video that isn't on that set. That's all I put on there, and it's a fantastic. It's what the Smoke Monster sets used to be, right? But now they're not Smoke Monster anymore. They are these. I'll have a look. I'll open my browser in a second because I've got it bookmarked, and I'll just have a quick look at those, right? And I'll just read you out the name. I might even type it in chat. So let's load another game, right? So was there something in chat that we haven't done, right? Okay. Should we go Load Runner, right? Load Runner. Hopefully it runs a little bit of a tracked mode. Let me. Right. Okay. So it's HTGDB, right? HTGDB, right? Here you go. I'll put this. If you put this search in for archive.org, it might just come up, right? So that's the ROM sets that I'm using, right? So HTGTB game packs, right? Available on archive.org. And if you have a look at them, they've got ROM packs for pretty much everything out there, guys. And what's really amazing about it is when you are looking at ROM packs, right? So if you look at how they're kind of put together, right, they index really well. So you've got World A to Z, that's what we mainly looked at. Unlicensed, where we just loaded a game, betas or betas and prototypes. I should say betas, man, the English way. But speaking to a lot of American people and doing a channel, I've started calling it betas. It drives one of my friends up the wall, right? But then you've got stuff like game series collection, right? So you've got best of lists. So if you just want to go, you know, you're unfamiliar with the system, right? So blockthought.com and Atari Age, right? AtariAge.com forum poll, right? It's got the top 15 games in there, right? Oh, we didn't have a look at Chips Challenge. Someone mentioned that, right? So let's all see. Zybots is number 6. That's amazing. I really do like that game. Lemmings on here as well. Blue Lightning, here you go. That's SNK Kev. That's made it to the top 15. Rampart, a strategy game, not something I like looking at on stream. Zarlaw Mercenary, right? So let's go through this. But someone did say Chips Challenge, and Chips Challenge is rated number 1 on the Atari Age forum. So it's really, really good how these games are put together, how these packs are put together. So I would actually say for anyone out there that's looking forward to this call, maybe go and grab these packs now, have them ready. The whole pack's like small, it's like 73 megabytes or something, right? If I remember correctly off the top of my head. So unzip here, guys, you're ready to go, man. Rock and roll time, right? Rock and roll, play. Have these games ready, man, and then, you know, when the call comes out, and guys, like someone check. Let me just have a look at my phone, see if any good news has kind of broken out. No, bear with me, guys. And okay, cool. Oh, just checking a notification for Video Game Esoterica. Haunted Castle Revisited. Okay, Castlevania is back. What else have we got? No, I don't think the call's been released yet by Buddu 2, right? But let's have a look at Chips Challenge. I know this is the puzzle game, and it's not something that I've played a lot. So what do? Okay, I told you, right? Collect the chips to get past the chip socket. Use the keys to open doors. Right, guys? Right, okay, so open this door here. Okay, cool. Got ya. Okay, cool. So I've got a key here. Let's collect Chips Challenge, right? Makes sense. Interesting game, and right, really right, rated number 1, guys, right? So I've got one of that color. Okay, so I've got this key here, and I've got another door. Okay, can I open this door? I can. Wicked. Super duper, man. All right, wicked. Oh, wicked, man. Well, your dad's cool, man. If he likes these games, he's awesome. Right, let's run something else, man. And Klax we had a look at. That was in Tate mode, and we've done that. Right, Todd's Adventure in Slime World. I don't know why I'm getting like Todd Gill's image in my head now. Big shout out to Todd Gill, who's also a patron supporter of the channel. So wicked. Hey Todd, hope you're doing well, and hopefully you'll be enjoying this course soon as well. Okay, what's this? Yeah, definitely easy. Oh wow, we're looking good, guys. It really would be funny if Todd Gill actually jumped out with like a 3D printer and you know, some designs. Have I seen this game before? It reminds me of something else. It reminds me of Demon's World, just a little bit. The arcade game, right? Was it? I can't remember who made it. Was it Toplan? Is this not Xenophobe? Oh wow, look at it. Looks like he's firing out, well, little human tadpoles. Okay, climbing up there. I swear this is Xenophobe. I'm gonna have to go and have a look. Okay, picking up some gems. Oh, okay, Mega Bomb. Interesting game. Oh, he slimed me. Who remembers that South Park episode where the internet goes, man, and when Randy Marsh is like the best character in South Park, and he gets yeah, you know, he slimed me. If you know, you know, guys. I won't get into more details about that. Right, okay, I want to see, was it what it's called, Xenomorph, Xenofoam, whatever it's called. Sorry, let's have a look. Let's go back to World A to Z. Let's go right to the bottom. Xenophobe, right? Is this the same game, right? Okay, but are they similar games? Because it kind of reminds me. It reminds me of at least what I had in my head. Right, again, really good intro for the game, man. I didn't realize you could pick the characters, but hey man, there's gonna be no choice. Quack, quack, we are going Dr. Quack. Guys, also, if you're watching, if you haven't hit that like button, it really does help out. It kind of likes help with, I think, YouTube recommending that stuff out. So if you are enjoying it, if you're not enjoying it, then hit that dislike button, guys. But if you like the channel, you like the content, hitting that like button does actually help. I don't say it enough. I need to say it more, but I hate some of those channels that they kind of go over the top with it, right? So I try not to go over the top with it, but I should mention it every so often, right? Especially in live streams. I need to do it in my normal videos as well. I'm not doing it as much. What is going on with my health? Why is it just going down a lot? Okay. Probably because I'm bumping into stuff. Right, okay. It's a completely different game from what I remembered, right? So I kind of had the idea of the other game that we had a look at, that Todd game, instead of this one. But again, like, interesting game, man. What's that game that came out? It's a Metroidvania in the style of the original Metroid. I think it's called Xeno Drifter or something. That's a good game as well. I remember playing that on the PS Vita. I think it might have came with PlayStation Plus. I may have it for the PC as well. I might have bought it for the PC if it came out. That's a good game. But again, like the colors for this game, nice and bright. Like the graphics, this would have looked great on the Lynx screen, man. I'm sure when I play more of this stuff in handheld mode, it's gonna look great. Got to give Buddu2 a shout out again, man. Guy is just awesome, man. Thank you. Really appreciate him. Really appreciate all the developers that give me early access so I can play this stuff, test it on the channel, and engage with you guys. So yeah, Buddu2 with Discord. Hopefully Neo Geo Pocket on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm working on Friday, so what's going to happen is, well, I can see why I'm losing health. There's an alien attached to me, right? Yeah, I'm working Friday, so Saturday's video I'm gonna have to do tomorrow, but I'm taking the wife and the kids out to a restaurant as well, so it's restaurant video. But one advantage of the Patreon is the Saturday video, if I do it any earlier, then I upload it to Patreon straight away. So anyone that's on my Patreon gets access to that. If not, it gets released on the Saturday anyway, as it normally does. It's scheduled for Saturday 1 o'clock, man. Yeah, Zero Drifter is a good game, man. Very, very good game. Oh, no worries, Pong, man. I appreciate that, man. Wicked, wicked. I could see since I said that I got 2 more likes. Well, fantastic for that, man. Really do appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. Right, let's go load cartridge. And oh, someone said Warbirds, didn't they? That kind of rings a bell. I think someone said that in chat. Sorry if I haven't. Yeah, sorry if I kind of forgot about that. But here we go. We've got Warbirds, right? Which is gonna be. Here we go. It's another plane game. Wow, okay. Have I played this? Ammo unlimited, unlimited damage. Okay, your airplane, ammo unlimited. Yeah, cool. We want that. Yeah, milk run, man. Okay, wow. Again, interesting, man. Like, just think back on the days of the Lynx. You've got this and you're like, you know what? I am a pilot, mum. Look at me. I'm flying a plane. I'm taking out those guys, man. And these games have always been kind of fun, right? There's one, okay, moving a few generations. Oh wow, okay, I can actually look behind. Look, oh wow, look left and right as well. That's fantastic, right? I remember on the Xbox, the original Xbox, when I first really got into online gaming, right? Before that, you had a little bit of experience on like Quake 3 more than anything else, and Diablo. Or it might have been Diablo 2, right? But it was Crimson Skies on the original Xbox that I liked. It was laggy, right? You could tell, like you'd grab a crate and you'd hear the sound like a second or two later, right? But it was a lot of fun playing that, right? But guys, this game is like, yeah, I would have rocked this back in the day, man. I would have been like, yeah, this is impressive, right? Because what is there not to like, right? You're looking at this, it just looks good. It looks good. No denying it, right? Whether you like playing games or not. Wow, it looks good. Let's try and take down one plane. Controls are a bit... See, the thing about playing games like this, and it's the same thing when you had it on the Amiga. When you play stuff like this and you've only got one fire button on your stick, on the Lynx you've got 2, and you've got, I think, start and select as well, right? So you've got access to additional buttons, but these are a little bit difficult to control. Come on, let me take that plane down, man. Again, thank you for this recommendation, guys. Like, that's one thing I like about streams as well. Find new games, right, that I may not normally try, right? Because, like, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I'm going to play bloody California games, right, on the Lynx. That's what I'm going to play, right? I'm just going to see, okay, because I couldn't do the quadruple, the 1080. I could only do the triple, and I know I can do it, right? So what will happen is I end up playing it, and I'll be like, I need to do this. And I think like something like California games is a brilliant fit on a handheld, right? You just play it, right? You just play. You you know, the D-pad's good for that, right? There's still some games on the Analogue Pocket D-pad. I can play them on there like fighters, but obviously 2 buttons on the back, it's not ideal. I want the 6 buttons on the face, so I play like S and K ones, and the D-pad on the whole is kind of alright on the second one I got, but it's no arcade stick, you know, or it's no Sega Saturn pad, for example, or it's no PS Vita pad, for example. Like those are really good pads. So right, let's run another game. Have we got any other requests? Jimmy Connors tennis, yep, cool, coming up, Chris. Chris Mullen, wicked. Jimmy Collins, yeah, Jimmy Connors, right? Jimmy Connors tennis, wicked. Hey guys, if you're tuning in late, we are testing out a Atari Lynx core, which is done by core developer. It's been ported over by Bud 2, based on an original MiSTer core by Robert Peip. Amazing stuff, guys, right? Honestly, do you know what's amazing, right? It's communities that you enter and you belong to, right? So when I was younger, the party days, it was like the DJing, the nightclub circuit, then, you know, different friends, different groups. But I then remember going over to like Street Fighter and playing very competitively, right? Not that I was the best or anything, right? But going to tournaments and then getting all the Street Fighter friends, right? And now, like in my mid 40s, I've got into FPGA gaming and I've made a whole bunch of friends that are into all these retro games, man, and I absolutely love it. Wow, 1 hour 45 minutes, man. Definitely having fun, man. So it's an interesting scene, and there's a lot of friendly people. There's a lot of friendly people in there, and like most places, there's definitely more friendly and good people around than bad people, right? I'm quite happy running the attract mode in this. Nick is real. I have spotted that, Joust, not a problem, but dude, get it in block capitals, because look, when I'm looking at my screen, look above now where it says Jimmy Connors tennis. That's shouting out at me. I can see that, right? And it stands out. I've spotted your Joust, cool, but block capitals really does help out. And single messages, like no other chat in there, man. I need to try this cool. Installable just by updating. I don't remember the app. Okay, so Fred Tycho, no, it's not currently not available yet. It will be available soon, and it will be available via the updaters, right? One thing to kind of say here about the Analogue Pocket, guys, everyone works hand in hand and closely, right? Sometimes I may contribute with certain stuff, certain testing with cores. These live streams come as in handy, right? Because sometimes bugs can be found in here that can later be reported. Lamer Deluxe, thanks for covering Nick on that one. What was going to say? Yeah, so yeah, as well, the updater guys, they work very closely together. They had this stuff. The backend used to be like archive.org. Now they use somewhere where you can download everything faster. You've got Neil Morrison, Retro Driven, and Matt Panella. Like, the guys are very quick with stuff, right? They even, like, with stuff like WrestleFest, right? When you create the ROM for that, you don't do it the normal way. You need to go into Python and you need to do something for the GFX. They've even created that ROM, so they make things really easy for you. And it's a very close community, right? And it's a very welcoming community, right? Anyone can go on there and be like, hey, do you know what? How do I do this? People go out of their way to help one another, man. It's amazing, right? So yeah, a good community. So when this does come out, yes, it will definitely be available via the updaters. So let's go into Joust, because we're gonna look at Joust. I played it recently. Oh yeah, big shout out to Obsidian.dev, man. He released the Joust core, or he ported the Joust core over to the Analogue Pocket. Obsidian.dev, I hope you're doing well. Haven't heard from you for a while. I do hope you are doing well, man. Same to like all the new guys that started porting stuff as well. People like Roland King. A big shout out to Marcus Triple Z as well, who brought over his wrap of the C64 emulator as an FPGA core. Who else is there? There's someone else that I'm kind of missing out that kind of came on the scene recently as well. But obviously a big shout out to people like Adam Gastinu, Mazamars as well, Kev Triss, people that bring original stuff over, people that port stuff. Analogue Pocket's just wicked. We've got so many cores on it now, man. It is the ultimate retro handheld, right? It'll be interesting to see when we get the tacky MiSTer handheld, right? I'll always have a place for the Analogue Pocket. It doesn't matter because of my love for the Game Boy DMG, and even though horizontal devices like the Game Boy Advance are more comfortable than the kind of portrait mode ones, right? I'll always have a soft spot for the Analogue Pocket, man. It's been a device that really got me into the FPGA gaming handheld, and nothing can ever take that away, right? Remains to be seen if I'll use the MiSTer more, but I've got a lot of devices. I use like some Windows devices, I use some Linux devices, as well as that. Obviously, if I've got different FPGA handheld devices now, well, absolutely awesome. Really looking forward to the tacky clones, but more in particular, I'm looking forward to the tacky handheld, man. It's going to be fantastic, and the good thing is, I can play something on it, and I can HDMI out it into a display or into my capture card, and I can just continue a stream straight with that. But I'm kind of looking forward to playing Symphony of the Night on the PlayStation Core. Wow, I got done there. On the PlayStation Core, man, like literally you're not going to get a better handheld version than that. In fact, I'm really surprised that the speed running and everything of the PlayStation 1 Symphony of the Night isn't done on the MiSTer. However, you are allowed to use emulators in speed runs. If you look at the speed run rules for Symphony of the Night, it gives you a list of emulators that are allowed to use, right? I can't remember the last time I saw someone do that on original hardware. Yeah, I need to check the newer builds of that, man. Marcus is a really nice guy as well, man. Very polite and nice guy, like a lot of the developers, right? So yeah, that's coming along nicely. It was a long time since I played C64. It was definitely fun to check out, even a work in progress core, right? So right, let's run another game. So we're going to look at Joust. Joust is Joust, man. Has very good physics. It's just a really good game. Oh, so this Dracula game, I think this is one of the last games my uncle got. Right, Dracula the Undead. Now, hopefully, guys, it's not going to scare you guys too much. Hopefully, you guys can take it, right? And you guys will be all right. So let's have a look at this. Dracula the Undead. That is Christopher Lee, guys. I know those eyes anywhere, man. Super squeak. Okay, cool. Squeak. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to fast forward here. Oh, okay. So it's Bram Stoker's adventure, right? I'm gonna hold the fast forward key, and that's the handy thing about the fast forward key with the sound off, so you're not gonna hear any game sound there. Let's can we? No, okay. It's really good how you can just pause it anywhere, right? Even the cutscenes, which even in modern games now, actually now in a lot of modern games you can. It asks you if you want to skip the cutscene or pause it when you press like a start button. Okay, so it's a point and click game, right? Moving around. Yeah, this isn't going to make the best of viewing entertainment. So let's run another game, and we are going to go for Super Squeak, right? Let's go Super Squeak. What time we got? Wow, man, I'm having fun. Right, so Super Squeak, Super Missile. So here we go, Super Squeak. Again, no idea what this game is. Hammer Horror. That's definitely not a game, but I like the fact that you put it there, right? The Hammer Horrors. Christopher Lee was a badass Dracula, right? Was he the best Dracula? For me, probably, right? Because he's definitely a classic one. Not that I've seen that many movies of him, right? But I remember seeing all the posters, very iconic of Christopher Lee. So wow, that looked really good the way that kind of popped out, man. What am I there? Is that 2 chicken McNuggets there? Okay, let's forward this a bit. Again, start just pauses it. It's amazing. So again, we've got the fast forward, which is good. Why can't we start the game, man? Does it really make you watch all of this every time? Why can't I can't start the game, guys. Nope. I forget with fast forward. It's done a really good job of it, right? Where if you tap it once, it triggers it, and if you tap it again, it stops it. Or you can hold it down, and then as soon as you let go, it will stop. Great job, Buddu 2, man. Absolutely love it. Right, this game isn't starting, guys. So you know what I will do? Let me load it again, just to see if it's like a one-off thing or is this some kind of bug. Let's see if we can start the game. Oh, okay, wow. Okay, we've started it now. So that was interesting, right? I think that happened once before as well, but restarting it kind of done it, right? So, what am I doing here? Am I picking a level? Am I going down here? Oh, interesting. Am I going to go... Am I zooming out now? Okay, that's good. That's combined with forward, right? Do I? Let's forward it. Legit. I don't even know what to do in this game. But the fast forward feature is definitely coming in handy, right? So that says welcome islands. Am I welcome here? Doesn't look like I am. Right, okay, I'm going to go with another game. I've got no idea what I'm doing here. Mystical has a... This has got a turbo option as well, bud. Look, we can switch it on. Here you go. Turbo, there you go. But you can't use it with fast forward, so I'm going to get rid of fast forward for now. So what we can do is, if you want, we can bring in the FPS overlay, right? Just to see if that... Wow, this is running at 60 frames a second, man. That's fantastic. Whereas hard driving was running as low as 4 frames a second, right? Okay, let's run another game. We'll leave the overlay on for now, guys. There's also an analog overlay that kind of does it. You can go into developer mode and switch that on. So, did someone else mention another game? I think someone did. Hammer Horror did. I'm going to go to H, but I know there's no such thing as a Hammer Horror game, right? But I only done that because that was in block capitals. What I am interested in is... okay, so we can go game collection again. Best of list that we were having a look at. Let's have a look at these top 10 here. So, right, both places rated Chips Challenge is #1. Stun Runner, we had a look at. California Games, yep, has to be in there. Ninja Gaiden's in there. Right, okay. That's interesting. Let's look at Miss Pac-Man. This one's for Al, man. Slim World. There's some stuff hidden when you zoom. Oh, okay, cool. Right, okay, yeah. I really don't feel like finding it right now, to be honest. We had a look at the game. So guys, what's the major difference between the Pac-Man games, right? So, you know, like Miss Pac-Man, for example. Oh, she can stop in the corner, right? Interesting. Hey, I'm gonna get ya. Just as it run out. I kind of wanted to get that cherry, guys. Don't know why, but fascination with cherries, right? Love cherries, love coconuts, grapefruits. Let's get the cherry. Okay, interesting. Right, have we got a shout for anything else? Yeah, Rampage is good, man. We can run Rampage. Oh, sorry, it's here as well. Wicked. Well, it's in the top 10. Centipede, yeah, I think that's a prototype, isn't it? Centipede, yeah. We can for sure we can give that a run. So this is running at 20 frames a second, right? 1920 frames. Like, you forget how low some of the frame rate was for this stuff, right? So I don't know how to be. I was the wolf guy last time. Let's just go classic Kong, right? Okay, so it's running at 60 now. Good stuff. So 12 frames a second. Oops. I remember I actually got Rampage free with the Commodore 64, man, in a magazine, right? Oh man, he hit me down. I don't think I can get the guys in that middle row, you know? Yep, need to eat some folk, man. there's a new game called Terror of the Hemosaurus, right? And my kids really liked it, but guys, like the language in it is bad. So I actually reached out to the developer and I said, look, I like this game. I actually bought it, but I said, look, I kind of bought it for my kids because, you know, like my kids were even younger back then when I had it, right? So, you know, who doesn't like, can I grab that? No. Right, so I was like, okay, look, I like my kids playing this game, but you've got like a lot of F words in there, the B word in there, like every rude word you can think of is in there. I said, look, I get it, that's in there. Are you able to put a kid mode in there where it doesn't have the bad language? Because I got nothing against a big dinosaur, a Hemosaurus walking around chomping up people, even if you do see a bit of blood or whatever, right? But they said they got no plans of doing it. I said, look, I appreciate you answering it for me, but I just thought that was an easy option, you know, like, because, you know, playing Rampage as a kid, my kids absolutely loved it when they played it, and they're like, oh dad, the language, and my kids are so good, right? If they ever play anything inappropriate, they know. So if they come across something and it's inappropriate, they were like, dad, this has got swearing in it. I'll be like, okay, thanks guys. You know, we can't play, and they understand why they can't play it, right? Because they're allowed to play some games up for older kids. They're not allowed to play stuff, oh man, look, guys on the bog. Oh, but you know, they play stuff like Titanfall. One of them was playing like Warface on his Switch, but as soon as there's bad language in there or there's interactions with other people that can chat and use bad language, they let me know, and I just get rid of it. What's really good now is my daughter's 16, so I can get her to vet a lot of the stuff for my two younger boys that are 8 and 10. So yeah, if there's anything there that's inappropriate, because you need to be careful with your kids, man. There's a lot of inappropriate stuff out there. Right, is that going to blow the building? Let's run another game. Centipede, right? Was that an official release? I seem to kind of remember a case for it. I'm getting like an image of a case in the head, right? But I did see it as... no, okay, so maybe it was just... I think, was it here? Here we go, Centipede. Wasn't really my jam, man. Wasn't really my jam. Guys, I might have to end the stream soon. 2 hours and 1 minute, man. I'm having a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun, man. Wicked. Oh, okay. So we are going to have to go core settings. So remember, we're using turbo at the moment. I haven't really messed around with too many options in here, but you know what? I'm kind of good with that. Okay, that's interesting. Look at that. We've got the 60 or 60 down there. Well, Dave and Spud like this game. Yeah, okay, game over. Right, that's Centipede done. Right, let's run something else. Yeah, we're never really a Centipede guy, guys. What have we got here? Okay, we tried out this stuff here. What else have we got here? Demos, Blue Lightning, the demo. We've seen Blue Lightning. Okay, so Aliens versus Predator. Okay, sorry, we've seen all of this. My bad. What else have we got here? So was it unlicensed? Load Runner. We had a look at these. Betas, we've had a look at game. Oh, what we got for hacks? Switchblade. Oh, continue hack. Okay, so it lets you continue. Interesting. So that might be the one worth playing, right? So when you die, you can continue if you want to get through the game. Sorry, I meant to press another button there. I'm getting tired now. Brian F, how are you doing, my buddy? I have a box copy of Centipede. Good stuff. Let me run another game. Good soundtrack for Switchblade 2. It's a game we started with, so let's go. So that was hacks. Homebrew, right? There's a bunch of homebrew things here. Is there anything here that I recognize? So Alien with 2 L's, that's a bit of a weird one. Asteroids. Let's see if there's anything here that kind of rings. Catcanoid, right? I imagine that's going to be Arkanoid with cats. So I wonder if some of this homebrew stuff. Yeah, so we tried Eye of the Beholder, Fred Tycho, but we couldn't get into game. I only got to the character select screen, and yeah, I tried it a few times, and it didn't quite. Okay, this definitely looks like a public domain game. So this was, do you remember like when you had your Amiga or something, and they were like, oh man, you know, there's all these free public domain games, and you got the games, and none of them were like quite as good as like, you know, a retail game. Sorry. Right, Chopper X clicks. Ooh, Death Cartridge. Hopefully this ain't gonna kill the stream. Yeah, it's called Death Cartridge. I'm gonna have to try it out, right? Oh, but hold on. Did it say Rygar at the end there? Some things are pointless. Some things are there. Oh, okay, this is early trolling stuff, right? Eye of the Beholder, the public domain version, probably Flappy Bird. Okay, oh, it's got the year after there, right? So That's interesting. Let's try something a little bit newer, right? That's from 1993, so we'll leave that. Flappy Bird, we know what that is. I don't really want to see it. 2016. Wow, okay. So what's this? Grail's Quest for Sangreal, right? Let's look at this. So this is 2019, from 5 years ago, right? Wow, okay. Looking more like a Spectrum game here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Why is it saying 99? So it's a puzzle game. Again, don't look bad, right? Has its charm about it. Whoops. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Let's try another one. Interesting. Hot Dog April Fools. What is this? Interesting. Have a look at some of this stuff, and what's interesting is everything has run on this so far. That's not with fast forward on, by the way, guys. Just so you're wondering, we've got fast forward off. We're using turbo at the moment. I wonder if turbo is having that effect on these public domain games. Let's have a look. Let me turn turbo off. No, it's not. Okay, interesting. Right, okay, let's try another couple of public domain games. And if you want a few requests, guys, before I end the stream. So, Karate Boy, I don't know, man. Everything seems to be going towards disappointment. What's the newest kind of one we got here? 2019? Mortal Kombat. Yeah, let's try this out. Public domain from 2019 again. So from... Wow. Guys, we got Mortal Kombat on the Analogue Pocket. Wow. How's this gonna work? Everyone pick, let's go Raiden this time. Let's go mono. Oh. No, hold on. I picked. Okay. Guys, this is impressive, right? I mean, it hasn't got... I'm trying some of his specials. He hasn't got a teleport punch, and he hasn't got a harpoon. No, interesting though, guys. I mean, it looks good, right? Hits and everything are okay. Very, very limited by not having all the moves. Let's see if we can beat Johnny Cage, right? Flying kicks were very, very powerful in Mortal Kombat. Let's just... I wanted to pick Raiden because I thought his special moves might be in there, right? So this is running at a solid 30 FPS, right? 2930, 2930. Wow. Guys, this is the best public domain game I've seen, man. Right, but let's run something else, right? Is there anything left in here that we kind of want to check out? So if they got this, have they got Street Fighter for me, man? Come on, give me Street Fighter. Star Dreamer. Okay, right. Nothing there I kind of want to see. So what we'll do, guys, we'll go back to World. Was there APB? Yeah, man, no problem. We can run APB. Let's run some traffic cones, man. Never got into APB too much, you know. I know it's a decent game. My cousin used to like it quite a bit. But let's run this. So let's go and grab 2 traffic cones. Nice soundtrack, right? The other button is just sirens, right? Pull over, wicked. Look at that, the speech, man. Thank for a ride. That was just wicked. Whoops. Copper just flew out of there. Sorry, copper is slang for police officer in the UK, by the way, in case you're not wondering. Like copper. No, I thought I could go through that gap. Whoops. The game over. I love that. Love like the cut screen in this. Even the one after this is good. Power factor, no problem, man. We'll do that one next, Chris. Fantastic. Power factor. I don't know. I don't know power factor, by the way. So it might be a new game that I discover. Right. So right, guys. I'll do one more request out after power factor, and then I'll probably run a final game and call it a day, man. So let me know what you guys want to see after this, right? One more request, right? One more request. So yeah, we're gonna go easy, man, because that is how we roll. Okay, looking good. Okay, so up his jump, which is decent because the other button might be some kind of attack. How's this running at 90 FPS? That's not right. Oh, okay, up kind of makes you fly. That's interesting. Okay, I don't think I could fire the wall, but... Wow, okay. Interesting game. I don't know if I would play it. It looks good. Definitely would have liked the way it looks. There's a lot of fire happening here, man. Feels very, very cheap. Okay, wicked. Oh, is that the time over here? Yeah. 1:45. What have we got? Yeah, we got 11:45, man. So I've got a few. I've got to do the weekly news video tomorrow, and I've got to take the family restaurant. The journey to the restaurant's about 45 minutes, so that's an hour and a half of travel. Probably spend like an hour and a half. No, I'll probably spend about an hour in the restaurant. The owner of the restaurant's a friend of mine, man. So yes, it's an amazing restaurant, and yeah, you know, he always invites me like 3-4 times a year with the whole family, man. He's a gamer. We play Street Fighter on the SNES, not the arcade versions, but we play the SNES versions together, right? Let's have a look. Wicked. Let's do. All right, guys. I haven't got a request for a game, so I'm gonna pick like one game to kind of finish off on. Oh, Road Blasters, right? Hopefully this has got some kind of a track mode in there, because this is a popular game. So surprise this wasn't asked for. Maybe someone did ask for it. Maybe it's one of the ones I kind of ignored, right? But all right, well, guys, absolutely fantastic. Really good stream. Really did enjoy it. Appreciate all of you guys dropping by. Big shout out to Buddu2 for making this core available. If you can support him over on Ko-fi, remember, you don't have to continuously support him. If you just want to do a one-off payment, you can do so. So Robert Peip, the original developer, big shout out to him. He's currently working on a Game Boy Advance game, which I think is like a roguelike kind of game, so looking forward to that. And obviously, if you want to support me and my work, then I've got a Patreon link as well. But that's it for this for this stream, guys, man. This core, I'm very confident it will be out sooner rather than later, so just keep an eye out. Keep an eye on the channel. I've got Buddu2's Twitter in the description as well. If you follow him over on Twitter, you know, he will update you over on his feed regarding any updates on the cores or when they will be released, right? A final reminder, if you haven't hit that like button, it really does help out. If you haven't subscribed, then wicked, that does help out as well. But wicked, guys, I'll see you around. Thanks to everyone that attended the stream. This is Pixel.